We did it, Bumps. We started the stream. Bubs has passed out. His little sleepy body didn't quite make it. Bubs, you've been host already. Oh, look
No,
at the
I don't want to update
Bubs.
to 132. Don't
Pretty
wanna.
Bubs. I know, it keeps telling me every time I start this game, like, you want to update to the latest version of WarCraft? It's like, no. No.
Okay, well, Amachi wants to be retarded. Radmin. Are you gonna function for once, or do I have to reboot?
Won't be long
Which is it
before
gonna
they
be?
make it so that it pops up and it just forcibly does it anyways. You're like, no. And then it poops on you. And you're like, oh, fucking weird, I guess. But hey. YouTube.
Okay, I guess I'll have to reboot because Amachi is being retarded and Radmin is being Radmin.
Alright, we'll see you in a minute, Bub. Bye, Bub. Bub's is dead now. And now it's just Kibs. Kibs is the only one left, chat. Kibs is the only one left. Oh my god, chat, you have no idea how much friggin' work goes into the game, okay? You have no idea. You don't understand. I was like working on lore and shit, and I was like making character names and characters, because I made 5 characters a day, and I'm just like, my brain hurts. And then I just remembered, after I got those 5 characters done, and like establishing their lineage history, and that's a nightmare, because it's like, oh, you made 5 characters. All right, I had to do their immediate relatives too, but I only made 5 characters that had enough lore to be made into art, like into like character art assets. But it's like technically 5 times like 50 times like how many generations, like how much far back to their history go, what's their lineage, what's their ethnic group, are they Southern Astrian or the Seaborn, or really both? I don't even know. Oh my god, it took forever. And then at the end of it all, what's funny is I'm like, oh yeah, this is for a game. This is for a game. All that work, all those things. I send the concepts off to Sal, and the first thing he says, lolly? And I'm like, god damn it, Sal. First thing he thinks, let me draw that lolly. And I'm like, okay, just draw all of them, though. Gosh darn it, I tell you what. Lament and suffer, chat. Lament and suffer. You know what I mean? No? Okay, well, I tried. I tried to, help you guys understand. Welcome to stream, Greg Boy, Garbwire, welcome, Brian E. and Extraton, and yeah, more of you, because there are more of you lurking in the depths of the internet. We go up and flying. I don't even know. I don't even know where we are right now. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I sometimes ask myself that every day, like, what is YouTube? You know, is it a place for tube, or is it a place for you? Because, it can't be both. Probably just a tube for you, not a YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You reading me, boys? You understanding what's going on? Like, I'm looking around like I have no idea what's going on. Probably because I don't. Black1917 donates $4 say squeak for lollybubs. Well, it's not lollybubs, but there's a character that Saddle is like, lolly. I'm like, okay, buddy, whatever. If that helps you draw the character, just, don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Oh, God. Like, think about those 5 characters I wrote, and that's like, 5 characters is not enough. 30 characters is like, 30 characters, getting 30 characters done, to, like, would be neat, but it would be not enough. We need to pull in more money. And how do we do that, Chan? How do we rake in the dough? Well, you see, I've tried working to death, and it's just not working. And it's no matter how much I work, and thank you for the donation, no matter how much I work to death, whether I stream a lot, whether I do my job to an absurd degree, it's never enough money. The reality is, making a game is a sinkhole, okay? My life has been dumping money into that sinkhole, And when I look in there, I see lots of art. Yeah, it's not like I see a black pit where it's just like dumping money over the ledge and going, I wonder what's going on down there. It's like I see nice things, but I'm like, I see nice things, and I'm like, it's not enough. I need more. My ambition will be my downfall, Chant. I tell you what. I tell you what. It will be the end of Augustus, Bubs. There's Bub. Now Bub's host, Bub. I've stalled for as long as I could stall.
Kyle, it's already up.
Okay, well, for whatever reason, I don't see it.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
And now I do. Whatever.
Right. It was up before I even joined Discord, because Discord takes forever to start.
Oh, yes, we're starting the Who Man campaign. Yeah,
Yes,
boy.
we are starting the Who Mounts. Kyle,
Big Shadow Legends, that's where the big bucks are, right? Maybe. I mean, a sponsorship is a sponsorship. But an exclusivity deal is something that's like, nope. We are not doing exclusive.
I think we should put Raid Shadow Legends in our game.
Look, a sponsorship for the YouTube channel. The idea of putting like something,
product placement now, Kyle.
Something.
We're gonna have Raid Shadow Legends. We're gonna have Coke.
Burger
We're gonna
King.
have Mitsubishi.
Look, all I'm saying is Burger King, Halo 3. Okay, now I want a special offer with Burger King, and I want Celeste burgers. I want the burger bun to be white and the meat to be purple. So it's like, oh my god, what is this? Looks disgusting. And I'm like, make it. It's just a Whopper. The recipes are the same. It's just food coloring. But it'd still be funny. Because nobody would buy it. They'd be like, what the fuck?
It looks icky.
I mean, honestly, it's like, I remember when there's that fad for food coloring and like ketchup hands. I was about to say hand. Oh my god, that's kind of beautiful. There was a fad for like putting like green and blue, and I just remember like
You
we
are
had a
late,
little bit of that, and I'm like, I don't want it because like it's
I
it's
thought
green.
you elves prided yourselves on
I don't want it.
punctuality.
It could not
We
be
had
helped,
green
Lord
ketchup, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't
We ran
colored.
into a group of night elves from
Okay,
across the
so it was
sea.
actually like
I am
green
not
from age.
interested in your fanciful
No.
excuses. You elves are here
Ketchup
to
isn't
serve
supposed to be
the
green,
Alliance.
Bubs.
Thus you will obey my commands to the letter.
They had a different recipe.
Yes, Lord Garethos.
It's not ketchup.
Now, the undead have begun a new
tasted
offensive
different.
to retake Dalaran.
Does
It was
not-
green.
Their
It was
primary
brown as green
strike
ketchup.
force marched south through Silverpine, but we managed to
Bubbles,
always
you like
advance at the
Gyarados.
base of the mountains.
My men are
Yes.
ready to fight, my lord.
He understands
shall
that
we
elves
leave
must die.
We will be leaving immediately, but your people
Why?
will be staying here. Our scouts report.
I love
that
how
the second
gloriously
strike
forced
force
these
may be
lines
heading
are. It
this
makes
way
me
from the
smile.
east. I need you
But
to
your
repair the
people
outlying
will be
observatory
staying
so that
here.
we can monitor that region.
But, my lord, we are warriors, not...
You have your orders, Prince Kael'thas. I trust your elven ears heard them clearly enough.
This guy knows what's up.
He does.
Insolent son of a... Let's get this over with.
My god, Bubs. Alright, I'll take the
I sense
dudes. You
something
don't
is
get
mine
anything.
required.
Ah!
Okay, so I'll take everyone if you're taking the dudes.
Taking the dudes.
I am your
Yeah, you're
servant.
taking the dudes.
What ails you?
These elves, Kyle.
As you wish. Right away.
Bubs, are you selecting my things?
You said you take the
Right
dudes.
away.
I'll take the women.
No, women.
As you
There's only women here.
I think you're just envious of elven cock. Bubs,
right away.
well, like, bleh.
I'll take this then.
I forgot what we do in this mission.
Go up to the observatories.
Of course.
Is it repairing faster?
Right
Hi.
away.
How you do there?
Slurpy sounds.
Yes, my friend.
Well, you enjoy your repairs.
I am your servant.
Well, I'll just go over here.
Dalaran,
Be
mutants,
gone,
bib.
spawn of darkness.
Mi tante.
By the power of the light, burn. Be gone, spawn of darkness.
Begone, spawn of darkness.
Poor Cal.
What's
He
wrong?
tried.
Are you
Slap.
scared, bib?
Oh, to be
Of
scared.
course.
Why wouldn't you be scared?
Actually, nothing to be scared of.
Frightened, bibs. Buff,
Right
what are
away.
you doing?
I'm doing the thing you're not doing.
What's their ability that's important? Spell steal or something?
It can be important.
Oh my god, heal the fucking dude. He died, bibs.
What ails you?
Well, maybe if you wouldn't stand in the fire, Kyle.
I am your servant.
It's okay.
By the power of the light, burn. As you wish. Is my aid required?
And if you're smart, you recognize that your spellbreaker is actually immune to magic.
My god, the Bubs is a bub.
Blaze Strike uses a lot of mana, though.
Of course.
A lot of meanness. Mean.
I am your servant.
Me and a beep. Bum, bum,
As you
ba-da-bip,
wish.
da-da-bip, da-da-bip.
Say the word. Let me out of
Yeah, so drag them out of the fire, Kyle. Fucking genius.
It looked like my guy was burned, okay?
Fucking genius, Kyle.
I think Bubbles might be a little upset, chat. Wouldn't be...
Parasite. Oh, look, the enemy's standing in fire. I should drag them out of the fire.
I think he's a little
That'll
upset.
show them.
I think he's being a bit of a crybaby.
Get on.
Kyle,
just
do you have
mad.
literally anything else you can come up with rather than being like,
Is my aid
you so upset?
Look at
Kyle,
you.
come on,
see?
creativity.
You are upset, though. Thing is, I'm on the mark.
Kyle,
Oh, you're so close to living,
aren't you
too.
supposed to be developing a game? Don't you
think
need some
you're-
creativity for that?
Bubbles, I exhaust my creativity in that. Okay, here we just repeat the same line until Chad kills himself.
I am
That's
your
all you
servant.
do, though. Come on, Kyle. You need something else.
You are getting a little
You
cranky,
need
though.
better
I am your
material.
servant.
You
We
are.
buried a number of supply
It
caches
shows,
in
it
this area.
shows.
Perhaps it's time we dug them up.
Now, don't be too
We'll
upset,
need
Bubs.
all the resources we can get our hands on.
Why would you burn him?
What do you need?
It was in the way.
Uh-huh.
Yes, my friend.
If I was Bubbles, I would be, like, lamenting for an hour about, like... "Meh, meh." Oh, funny. You know what's funny? In World of Warcraft, there's no guys that just spin stuff and flick it.
Say the
Yeah, that,
word.
sort of.
What ails you?
Oh. What class?
There's no class, Kyle. NPCs, you dummy.
Yeah, but even these spell breakers in World of Warcraft, they don't do that.
No, not the standard ones. I think there are ones that do, though. They're pretty rare, if I remember correctly. But I think there is one or so that does.
Orders.
Oh my god, go
Right.
over there. Fucking monkey.
To arms!
Why you wanted to go over there?
I thirst for magic.
That's like Raskus.
Is it?
Come
Is
to
it really?
this.
What ails
Yep.
you? I am your servant.
Healer dudes don't do that.
Of course.
You don't want them to heal?
The blood elves.
I want them to heal Bubs.
For Quel'Thalas. Your magic
The
is
little one.
mine.
Rar, 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 rar.
It's come to this. Is someone injured?
3 more Mina.
Right away.
I do need more mana.
Now feel my wrath.
Flick. Flick, flick. See, Christopher Brown, if World of Warcraft dies and we get Warcraft 4, like, it would just be awful.
I am your servant.
It would be awful.
Because then, you know what they make Warcraft 4? It'd
the
be
hidden
based on World of
supplies.
Warcraft.
This will prove useful.
That'd be a terrible idea.
As
Oh
you
god,
wish.
that'd be awful.
I am your servant.
Kyle!
As you wish.
What?
I have no mana.
Well, fix it.
I actually have no mana, Kyle. But
Well.
I need to use mana to get through here.
Well, fix it.
You can regenerate mana while we wait. So that's something, I think.
This was a speed
Right?
up button.
Right, Cal?
That's done it. The observatory has
Oh,
been
no.
repaired.
They
Let's
fixed
move
it.
quickly and get to work on the others.
Oh my god, the observatory looks like a miniature Dalaran.
It does. Okay, there's nothing actually behind it.
The Badminton Baller donates $20 to say squeak. Someone say something about Munmuns? Or Mormons? Fuck. I can't fucking read. Help me.
It does say more months. Yes, Cal. More months.
Somebody did say something about Mormons. I was actually lamenting
Is my
about,
aid required?
like, sometimes when
away.
you're developing a
I
game,
am
it
your
feels like you're
servant.
throwing money into a pit. But there was one benefit to it.
Of course.
And thank you for the donation, by the way. I'm telling this again because Bubbles wasn't here for it. And, like, it's a pit, right? You're just dumping money
Right
into it.
away.
It's like, God. But you know you're making progress because you see the art and stuff get done. But it still
As you
feels like
wish.
you're throwing money into a pit. At least it's not like
I
a
am your
black pit,
servant.
though. You know, where you don't see nothing. Look, Bubs, there's that sacred
away.
mana fountain you were talking about.
Is someone injured? As you wish.
Heal the
I
bub?
can tank, right?
I'm not so certain you can.
Me tank.
I am your
Heal
servant.
tank.
him!
Me tank.
I thirst for magic.
Me no tank.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
As you wish. I am your servant.
By fire be purged, he says.
Your magic is
Is
mine.
someone injured?
Now, if you remove
Blood
you,
elves await. I thirst for magic. Yes, my friend. Right away.
If we actually run back to
I
this
am your
mana well,
servant.
we could probably get some mana.
The blood elves.
man ain't gonna help us all too much now.
Oh, with healing it will.
It'll be a bit useful, priest, but it's not gonna save us because we're not gonna lose nothing.
Though
We're gonna have to
Munmons
stand
does
here for a
sound
little
like
bit.
Mormons. Yes, donate us some slaves.
Yeah, give us Mormons.
Of course.
I like Mormons.
I mean, do they have a good work ethic at least?
Depends on the individual Mormon, I'm pretty sure.
I
Get us
am your
good
servant.
Mormons. We want good quality Mormons here, chat.
Oh,
Bubbles.
it's fine, Kyle.
Is it fine?
Yes.
Of course.
Oh my god. If you could honestly just farm them that way.
Light, burn.
If you can cheese them like this, that's preferable.
That is preferable. Keep doing it.
I don't know what I did to trigger them, but I
Oh, they're
did
coming
something.
again. They're coming again.
Yeah, they are.
That's one.
Of course. As you wish. Of
Slappy,
course.
slappy.
Nice.
Well, I mean, it's something. Get me
Right
back a
away.
bit so you get mana.
As you wish. Right away. I am your servant.
Vengeance from Mommy Elf. Big Mommy Elf. There's no cheese here, Carl. Don't worry about it.
Read what Red Wolf Dog Rocket said aloud. Good.
Red Wolf Dog says a lot of things, though.
It does.
Well, I don't see it anyway. Oh, there it is.
Allowed, Bubbles. Allowed.
When is the official date you'll be
Of course.
Bebxing Dune 2000?
That's what I wanted to do. I was like trying to pronounce it in my head, and I was like, I can't. Maybe Bubbles will figure it
I am your servant.
out.
I mean, I can try to pronounce it. It won't make
Right
any
away.
more sense because of it.
Of course.
Feel my wrath.
Right away.
It's kind of funny though.
As you wish.
Is it?
I give it a 2 out of 7 funnies. He's like, that's not
away.
particularly funny according to that scale.
That's
I am
like
your
2.
servant.
2 is being the highest though. It's like that's a retarded numerical scale right there. 2 being the highest, 7 being the medium level, 1 being the absolute bare minimum. Now talk about confusing scaling, you know? Rating. It's funny how most important high blood elf characters get foreign chicks
Right away.
instead of native ones, says Greek Boy.
As you wish.
You think about high elves a lot,
course.
don't you?
I am your servant.
He's a little
The
bit.
Greek boy and Maleficus are very obsessed with elves.
Why?
I don't know. Elves are pretty boring.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of elves.
I am
honestly.
your servant.
Me tonk.
I'm
tonk.
not so certain about that.
Me tonk.
Oh,
Is
what the
my
heck?
aid
What the heck? What the heck? Why is he damaging?
Yes, my
Why is
friend.
he being damaged? What do you
Probably
do?
because of being attacked.
Required.
By the power of the light, burn!
What
Damn
ails?
assassins.
I am your servant.
Oh fuck! I gotta heal you or the other spell dude. I guess it's
Okay.
the other dude. Run! No!
Yes, my friend.
Flappy, flappy.
Be quick. Time is mana.
Oh, back to get
Is
mana.
someone injured?
Indeed.
Right away. As you wish.
Yes, my friend.
Right away.
See, Kyle, if you get mana,
Elves belong to orcs. Nice. Elven women prefer orc men.
they
Can
do.
confirm.
It's true.
Honestly, they
It is
prefer
very
any
much
other
true.
men. Like, fuck, they'll take goblins, dude. Murlocs, even.
Can you blame them, though?
Their men are quite insufferable whelps, I do.
The elves have no
They don't.
men.
They only have femboys. True. Orc men take elf boys. You know, I think if they weren't immortal, their population would go on the down. But maybe
You
that's
think?
why.
Of course. As you wish. Of course. I am your servant.
I feel edgy.
Of course.
I know you feel edgy. You
As
call
you
yourself a
wish.
blood elf.
Yeah, I'm a blood elf, because all the other elves are dead.
I am your servant. Of course.
So all the elves are dead. Look at these losers. They're burning, Kyle.
They are. God,
They're toasty.
that power's gonna get real nice when you upgrade that.
Like now? That flame strike is pretty decent.
Gavin says, "Hey,
But by
Kibs, you
God,
okay,
it
buddy?"
burns mana.
At the moment, yes.
No, you're not.
The
Don't
Druids
lie.
of the Bear would like to know your location. Aw, shit. Greek boy says, Kelthos, Jaina, Lothamar, I can never pronounce her name, Thalisra, Shilvana, Sister Human, Boyfriend Syndrome, and more. Damn.
As you wish.
Greek boy, you got a fixation
I am
on
your
elves.
servant.
He does. Lol, Kelthos Jaina. Yeah, that one sure lost it.
It didn't. Fucking Jaina's like, I'm gonna be experimental and date an elf. It's like, I don't know about this. And then Arthas just comes in with his big Chad dick. He's like, hey babe, and she's like, all right, Arthas. And there's Kelthas like, no. Oh god, that's hilarious. The best part about
Besides-
Arthas is even when he turns evil in the book, he fucking flaunts that in front of him when he confronts him.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of great.
My people must be avenged.
Right
me,
away.
me, 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 me.
Jaina
wish.
dumped me for Artis. You ready, bub?
Right away.
So
Toasty.
it begins, Pops.
Thirst for
Okay,
magic.
focus on the little bitches
For Quel'Thalas.
and the big bitch.
What ails you?
He couldn't do much.
Be
Yes,
quick.
my friend. Time is
And he was
mana.
kind
What ails
of
you?
cooked, as they say.
The blood elves await. Is my aid.
It's a run of mana here, though. So that's something,
Get
I
on
guess.
with it.
Yes.
Ooh, he got mana, Kyle. Was that worth it?
Of course. I
Myrna.
am your servant.
Hey, Kibs. You sure are thinking about Arthur's
away.
dick a lot.
Of
Uh-oh.
course.
Uh-oh.
Kyle does do that.
No.
As you wish.
Weep, weep, weep.
I am your servant.
Wampo, wampo, wampo.
Of course.
He does that in game as well. By the way, mate. I don't see why not. The Cimmerillion was all about elves fighting evil. Says Hothead Lad.
As you wish.
Oop.
Of course.
Robin Perkins says, hello. Is Kibs doing medieval war crimes again?
Right
It's
away.
medieval fantasy war crimes. Actually, we're being
am
good
your
guys
servant.
now. We're not doing war crimes.
Of course.
It's not a war crime if you use napalm.
We're doing good guys who are currently good who have yet to become desperate and turn to evil. I do like how
Look.
Kel'Thas is very beta though. Like, let's be honest here.
Of course.
He is.
He is a femboy. Like,
Right away.
there's nothing
This-
wrong with that.
To be
Just,
fair,
honest.
there's absolutely
As you
nothing
wish.
wrong with enslaving Naru, though.
Of course.
He did enslave Naru.
Right away.
Now feel my wrath. By the power of the light.
What's wrong, Renegade Wizard?
He's like, oh my god, he killed all my friends.
Be gone,
Think you're
spawn of
doomed, bud.
darkness.
There, we burned the water elemental. It's fine.
It's like,
We've
crispy.
discovered more hidden supplies.
Some might say
Toasty.
that, what's the process where water to go into the sky again? My brain's not
As you
working.
wish.
Evaporation?
I am
Yeah,
your
you
servant.
evaporate. God damn, why did I all of a sudden forget that word? Like, I was like,
Do you want an answer to that question, Kyle?
oh, not anything that would be misconstrued as insulting, rather complimentary in some sort of way.
Well, that is because you're not very smart.
Bubbles, that's not complimentary, okay? I just said compliment. Bubbles,
It's a compliment when it comes to you, though.
Bubbles, see,
I usually call you worse.
Bubbles, see, that's not what I said. And now, you're being a little weasel.
Compliments are relative, Kyle.
No, they are not.
Well, they are now.
Right away.
We should attack the weakest. Only the strongest will survive. Bubbles like, nah!
Whee!
Early 2000s, here we come.
I am your servant.
Whee!
Right away.
Kyle, I have no mana.
As you wish.
Kyle, I have no mana to save our boats with.
Esterton says, lol, gonna have to play Far Cry Primal again with the sexy shaved cave woman and whatnot. Nice.
We gotta shave
Shaved.
him after all.
We're next to the water.
We'll have to find a way across the lake to reach the outlying gold mine.
Try swimming.
Naga, you fought for the demon Illidan.
We are on our own now, good prince. I am called Lady Vash. My brethren and I come in peace to offer you our aid.
You have nothing I need, bitch.
Is that so?
I thought I said bitch.
I
This is
thought
nice.
you might require boats to reach the observatories you see.
And you would give these freely? Why should I trust you, my lady?
Our two races share a common ancestry, Kale. Now, against the undead, we share a common peril. These boats are merely a gesture of goodwill.
Then I accept your offer. Thank you.
Our people share a common ancestry. You see, we were both
My people must be
trolls at
avenged.
some point.
Be quick.
It's
what
true.
ails?
Time is mana.
Friggin' disgusting,
Right
honestly.
away.
Trolls are great. I don't know what you're on about.
Trolls
As
are
you wish.
filthy savages. They believe in
I am your
Maloa. Sorry, Bubs. They butchered.
Trolls eat each other. That's great.
They butchered the lore behind that, by the way.
Well, yeah, of course they did.
As you wish.
There's nothing they haven't butchered, Kyle.
That's fair. That's fair.
Of course.
So here. Going past.
Right away.
Trolls have
I
big
am your
tusks.
servant.
The ladies like big tusks.
Of course.
They do.
I am your servant.
Hmm.
As you wish.
Wrong, bib.
He big.
Yes, my friend.
He is big.
I am your servant. Of course.
Is he too big for you, bub?
Is someone injured? I am your servant.
Is he too big for you, Carl? That's the question.
Too
Yes,
big
my
for this one guy who's getting his ass pounded.
Is
Probably
my
stop
aid
it then.
required? Right away. I am your servant. Get on with it.
Get out of the way, run, run.
As you wish. Of course.
Smack,
I am your
smack.
servant.
Oh, let's go back and
Of
heal.
course.
Yes, we are going back.
I am your servant. Right
We
away.
can come back for that later.
Time to heal shit.
We have boats now, Carl.
As you wish.
Remember, Bob, you need to be healed.
But we have boats, Carl.
Do we?
Boats.
Do we?
Boats. Boats. Boats.
Brian says he's heading out for dinner. He'll be right back. All right, see you in a bit.
Good luck.
Enjoy your din
Eat
din.
well.
Bubbles, did you just take over my dudes and tell them to go on the boat?
That would never.
When I was healing, I look away for a second. Dream chat and Bubbles like, I'll play for Kib.
I would never, Carl.
Is someone injured?
Just grab people. Grab people. See, when they're attacking us, they should rotate a little bit. They're attacking us weird like.
Of course they're attacking us weird, like the crabs.
Oh, he died, Bubs. Oh, he died too.
Ah, how strange.
You know, crab meat is one of those things where it's like, if not properly prepared, it tastes kind of icky.
Right
But if
away.
prepared well, it tastes very good.
As you wish. I am your servant.
I mean, I guess you could say that for almost any meat
Of
when I think
course.
about it, but still.
Mm-hmm. You could. You very much could.
Crab is one of those meats, especially like crab legs in my opinion. Like, it very much requires a sauce. Some sort of
Job
sauce to
done.
dip in. And there's many kinds to choose from.
done.
I'm not a big fan of the sweet stuff. I like a little bit more of the sort of salty. More salty.
Yeah, of course you
Well
like
done.
salty. But
Yeah,
puzzles that make you salty, oh no, that's horrible.
it is. Crab meat is quite good.
Ready to work.
Robert Mark says, when you guys were on your Valheim binge, you start time for streams moved back. Was that to have better co-op coordination?
Right away.
I don't remember.
course.
Bubbles waddled off for a sec.
I am your servant.
I don't remember either.
Yes, me lord.
I don't know why I didn't
Just
set the
burn
rally
them all,
point
it's fine.
on the thing.
Job's done.
Because we're not going to have like a billion peasants on the thing.
We might.
We're only going to
my
have
aid
5,
required?
Kyle. 5. 5. Fever.
Ready to work.
Ready to work.
Somebody's vacuuming the hallway.
What ails you?
No.
I can't go.
Ready to work.
Do you remember, Bubs?
Right
you didn't
away.
answer the question, Bubs.
Said I don't
course.
remember.
Bubbles, do you remember now, though?
No.
How about...
No.
How about...
No.
Ready to work.
No.
Yes.
Job's done.
Nice. Memory restored.
No.
Think you're just a little upset, okay? A little upset
Ready
that
to
your
work.
brain don't work.
Think you're just a little homosexual, Kyle.
Wow.
Yes, my friend.
You know, that means I have more privileges than you, Bubs, and you have to
More
respect
work?
me now. No more sass.
Okay, if you
Oh,
say
you can
so.
build dockyards in this
What
mission.
ails
Oh,
you?
yeah. I was like, I remember.
Because you
there was,
need to be able to replace your boats.
You know what's awesome, Bubbles? Do you remember when you bought WarCraft 3? Did you buy it when it was just like out? And then you
Job's
bought
done.
Frozen Throne, or did you buy it in the War Chest bundle?
Neither.
How did you get it, Bubs?
I bought them together.
You did? So we got it in the War Chest box.
No.
How did you get them? Like, what did it look like when you bought them?
Well, there was the case for Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos, and there was the case for the Frozen Throne.
It didn't come in a big box?
No.
When I saw it in the store, I remember.
Job's
So when I was
done.
a kid, I remember seeing this big, sort of rectangular looking box. And they had it for World of Warcraft and Burning Crusade. They had it for Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction. and they had it for WarCraft 3, and they had it for StarCraft, because it included both their expansions. They're called like battle chests or something like that. And I remember getting each one of those battle chest boxes. I remember something sad. I was like, I like these boxes, and my dad threw them away. I'm like, no.
Nice.
No. I know they're just cardboard, but I really like the flaps. Like, it's on my list to recollect those.
Our ally is under attack.
But
Your
that's for when
father did the world a great service.
That's for when I get a house.
I am
I'm like, I
your
want like a
servant.
room for a
As you
collection.
wish.
Like I have a
I am
I have a
your servant.
list of things I need to collect, like missing manuals, buy manuals for. Bubbles, we are being attacked. Our
I know.
creators are being attacked.
Yeah, I don't think they have any banshees left. Our critters are under attack.
How do I like my steak? It depends on what I want my steak for. Cause
Food.
like it depends on what you want steak like for. If I'm using the
Research
steak
complete.
for something else, like if it's going into a bigger recipe, like let's say it's a stir fry or it's for a sandwich or something like that, then I want it well
don't-
done.
That's not a steak anymore. That's just beef.
Yeah, no, but then I want it well done. If I'm having the steak by itself, then I want it with a little bit of pink, some pink in the middle, so it's nice and juicy, and nice little dark crispy brown outside. Mmm, very good. I like to marinate my steak in Worcestershire before cooking it.
I like my blue rare.
What's blue rare?
Proper blue.
Is it like wiggling? It's like wheel.
Basically.
No, thank you.
It's more alive than it was alive.
It's like it's alive
Our ally is
somehow.
under attack.
Give
What
it
do
to
you
me
have
proper and blue.
Yes, my
Mm. Raw and wiggling.
Shut up, Schmeagle. What buildings can we build?
Yes,
Buildings. Why?
Our ally is under attack.
Is
Don't
my
press
aid.
anything though.
What do you mean don't press anything?
You need to upgrade the keep.
Oh, okay. I already pressed buttons, but you just had enough resources. Just upgrading our soldiers with the blacksmith. It also depends on the steak too, personally. If it's a steak I'm not a big fan of, like a certain cut where it's got too much fat in it, then I cook it to be well done. Why do I do that? Because I don't like fat. Because I don't.
So you can just remove the fat.
I know. I normally slice it off though.
Yeah. So why do you need it well done?
If I'm going to a restaurant that looks particularly shady, and I'm like, I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, then you ask it well done just
Well
to make sure.
done. Well done. Always. If it's a restaurant that I trust the chefs and stuff at, then I'm like, you know, whatever. Like if it's Fuji Steakhouse, like back when I used to go there, like it'd be whatever I wanted it as. A little pink. I like it juicy.
Little pink on the inside.
And if I have like a baked potato with it, what I'll do is I'll take the potato and mash up a little bit so that I can have it soak up the steak juices. Oh, so good. I like how I let Bubbles command the Spellbreaker for a second and he gets him killed. Black
I wasn't commanding
1917
anything,
donates
Kyle.
$5. Say, I like my steak so rare that I can still hear it move. Thank you for the donation, and that's quite rare.
I let you use whatever you were using.
I like to season the steak a little bit before. Like I like to use
Research
Creole.
complete.
and I like to use Worcestershire. And I like leave it in the fridge for about 30 minutes, sometimes an hour if I want it to soak up more. And then I fry it. Or not fry it, but cook it.
You cooking your steak.
Grill it. What do you want from me?
Yes, my friend.
Why
What
process it at all?
Bubbles,
course.
stop.
It
Stop
has
it.
to be blue.
No, that's not fun.
It has to be so blue it says moo.
That's icky.
Upgrade complete.
If you don't feel bad, when you get your knife to the steak, then it's too well done.
What do you mean feel bad? Like, what does that mean? Why would you feel bad?
Because torching the poor cow.
Oh my god, Bubbles. Yeah. He likes his meat to taste bittersweet. And there's a various, like, I have various sauces I like to use sometimes, depending on my mood. If I'm feeling particularly like, and I have enough stuff to go with it, then I don't really use any additional sauces, and I just kind of have plain with the seasonings. And like, I always season it. And I always put it with the Worcestershire. Like, I just can't not anymore.
Research complete.
I don't know why. I just like the taste it gives.
You and your fucking Worcestershire.
Dude, Worcestershire is great. You can put it on hamburgers too. I put it on hamburgers and steak. And I literally can't have either meat without it. Unless it's like for tacos or something. Or it's a recipe for something else.
There's garlic sauce on burgers.
I don't know why, but Worcestershire is really good, Bubbles. Chat, why is it so good?
Because you're an addict?
It's pretty good. Sometimes I use London pub import sauce, or whatever it's called, London pub
Job
steak
done.
sauce. That's not too bad. I used to use some other steak sauce, but I can't remember. We're being attacked in the north. Beeb.
Is my aid required?
I am your servant.
You should probably do something about it,
Of
Cal.
course.
Banshees.
Yeah,
gotta
remove
eat
the
it.
banshees. Leave the peasant alone. Poor ghoul suck. Help. I don't know what to do. Stop that. You're not allowed to attack. Wort. Wort, Kyle.
Damn. Robert Mark says Worcestershire sauce is modern garum. It's a very savory sauce. It's also a fish-based sauce if done right. I've never used it on fish,
Job's done.
Ew, fish.
but I use it on steak and hamburgers. Garlic sauce would be nice too, but garlic literally almost goes well on almost fucking anything.
Garlic is everything.
Garlic can go on anything. In the same vein that I like using salted garlic sometimes, or garlic salt as it's called in
Upgrade
Creole.
complete.
Creole's also like I use it a lot.
I smell magic in the air.
Job's done. Job's done.
I smell magic in the air. No, it's just fucking
Job done.
Kelthas. He farted again. Oh no, Bib. He got the toots.
Oh no. Or something. Look how the stroll's up here.
What was that noise? Viridian Winter donates 1,000 bits to say, cheer, 1,000 bubbles.
I
Where
smell
the fuck
magic in
are
the
you
air.
getting steak
All
that
allies
is
under
blue?
attack.
That it's blue. That is blue.
Store. You buy it and it's pretty blue already, cause well, it ain't been cooked.
But why, Bib?
That's how steak should be.
It shouldn't be blue, though.
It should be. That's its natural state, Kyle.
It's red.
I smell magic
It should
in the
be
air.
red, Bubs. Bubbles,
Steak in its natural state, blue steak.
see what we do is we
Very blue.
tie Bubbles to his little like dining room chair, and then we force feed him correct foods until he accepts it.
Near the correct steak is blue steak.
I come to claim
It is though. it is.
It is though. Ah, we're being attacked.
Second Dad says blue steak sounds pretty freaky. But Robin Perkins says, well, it seems I have bootleg Doritos now. Nice.
Nice. Bootleg Doritos.
It's been a while since I've seen any like bootleg brands because the market I go to doesn't have any. Unless I go down to St. Cloud. Or up to, because that's north. But like...
Bootleg brand is best brand.
That's far away still. That'd be like going to a Sam's Club or a Walmart. Don't bully Bubs for being colorblind. Oh, that's right, Bubs is colorblind. He's actually red, he just doesn't realize it, chat.
Yes, my friend.
Suffer, Bubbles.
You know, if chat genuinely don't know what a blue steak is, then I won't be taking cooking advice from any of them.
Then
Is someone injured?
care to speak, Bubbles?
Right
Than
away.
any of them, Kyle.
What's wrong, Bubbles? You're getting a little defensive. Bubs is quite suspicious, Jim. I agree.
Where's my healing, Kyle? Where's my healing?
They're not over
Yes,
here,
my
Biff.
friend.
Getting healing.
As you wish.
Well, okay, I guess we're fighting them then. Kyle, you.
They're dead, Bib. You slew them in
Right away.
battle.
Yeah, we got a rune of healing out of it. Well worth.
Good, Bubs, good.
More lumber is required.
Slappy, slappy, slappy. Slappy, slappy, slappy.
Build more farms.
You overqueued things, you silly Willy Bub.
Build more farms.
Did you just re-queue them?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm just trying to make it a research new technologies. Why must you be a stubborn mule?
Just build more farms then.
Yes, I was going
Fucking
to.
hell, Kyle.
I was going to do that, but see, it'd be researching, and the time that this took to build, it would be, you know, a fair ways
Don't
into it.
Care.
Bubbles, you're-
That's the order. I queued it in. That's the order it's going to be done in.
Bubbles. I don't want to hear any back talk out of you. You're gonna accept your fate like a good bub. Now get over here.
And I have accepted my fate, Kyle. My fate is being in charge of that fucking building.
What ails
Hurry, Bubs. We're taking casualties.
you? Is someone injured?
It's a horrific
So
thing.
fix it. You have the option to move units, Kyle.
Bubbles.
I
Units
am
will
your servant.
stand their ground, okay? This is
Right away.
18th century
Then research is
Warcraft.
going to take even longer.
Listen,
As you
Bubbles.
wish.
This is 18th
The
century
flows of magic
Warcraft
are
now.
whimsical today.
You don't understand.
Job done.
Units fight in formation, and they do not break formation. I don't want to hear any excuses.
Help me, help you.
So sultry. Wingardium Leviosa.
The flows of magic are whimsical today.
We've lost a building, Kyle. It's all your fault.
It's war, Bubbles. We're gonna take casualties. People are gonna die.
Casualties are unacceptable.
Casualties are a way of
Our
life.
ally is under attack.
Is my aid
Shouldn't be
required?
like Kibistan, Kyle.
This is
course.
Kibistan, though.
Right away. Of
It
course.
looks like it. It's on fire. There's dead things everywhere.
I smell magic in the
Dead
air.
things are moving. It's a little out of the ordinary, but you know.
There's wiggling.
What is it? Our ally is under attack.
go then.
We can cheese this if I just
What ails you?
get a billion mana.
Interesting, bub. Interesting.
We demolished an entire forest.
We did. Gone, Bubs. All for the sake of the war effort.
I hope that makes you feel good about yourself.
It does.
Research complete.
For end of the world spell, press Control Alt Delete. What? Black 1970 donates $5. Say, any chance of you guys playing Stardew Valley co-op? Maybe.
Is someone injured?
That's a pretty.
Cause like, if you give me enough money,
No, not really. It's only if they want me to play something friggin' awful.
Once again, it's up to the elves.
you'd probably complain about Stardew Valley too much of a women's game.
Wow, Bubs, this is awfully rude of you. It's a pretty chill game, but honestly, my problem with the game is like, I kind of don't. The one thing I don't like is how it handles like you just moving around burns up your stamina or something like that.
No, just any action you do uses stamina.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan
Once
of that.
again, it's up to the elves.
Like I get the game part,
If
like
you
it makes
insist.
sense and it works with the game,
What a good idea.
but I'm just not a fan of it.
If you insist.
You can need to regenerate a bit of
About
stamina.
time. Once again,
Job
it's up
done.
to the elves.
Like I'm
What a
always like
good
going like,
idea.
is Bubs gonna
Once
fight?
again,
Are you
it's
going
up
to
the
attack or are you going to like?
about
What's your
time.
plan here,
I don't know. I
Kyle?
saw you run.
Well, yeah, of course I'm running. I've been doing this for like 4 times now. Or just dump a flame strike and
elves.
leave.
Research complete.
Is my aid required?
No.
Our
Help
gold
me.
mine is running
Help
low.
me.
I'm your sitter.
Just so you know, you can take control of the skeletons.
They can take control of skeletons?
You can take control of the skeletons.
What's that? Control magic?
What
Yes.
a good
Oh god, I hate this mouse.
Very clever. I'll handle it.
Oh, it takes both of them, Bib.
Bye, priest. We lost both your priests now.
Yep.
Leave it to me.
Let's pull back. We gotta get more priests.
Easily done. Leave it to me. Very clever.
Priest, priest, priest.
Trust.
What else we lose? We're missing one thing. What are we missing?
This better be
Spellbreaker.
Once again, it's up to the elves. About time. What a good idea. Once again,
See if the
it's up
Crypt
to
Fiend
the
would run to the fire, but he didn't wanna.
I thirst for magic.
No! Oh god damn it.
Help me. Help me.
They went another spellbreaker.
On with it.
They're expensive, Bib.
Your wish.
Then why do you keep moving forward?
Shut elves.
Be
No,
quick.
don't do it!
Time is mana.
You're too
Easily
young!
done. Very clever.
Help me. Help you. This better be good. If you insist.
Get on with it. Watch and learn. I come to cleanse this land.
I come to cleanse this land. I come?
They do come.
Boom. They have a lot of
Do you
guys.
require aid?
Well, yeah. It's the derpy AI. Oh my god, stop trickling in whenever we attack one of them. Jesus Christ.
What a good idea.
This is actually
Once
cancer,
again,
Bubbles,
it's
help
up
me.
to the elves.
The blood elves await.
Oh, fucking kill me. No, god damn
I
it.
will cleanse this land right away.
Will it be hotshot?
Okay, have they stopped now?
Get down, Sparky.
I think they've stopped now.
If you
Jesus Christ.
insist.
That was awful.
They just kept coming.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
They don't have gold mine. We have plenty of gold though.
Yes, me lord. Right.
More wood.
I smell magic in the air. Yes, my friend.
Whee!
This better be good. What a good idea.
How icky. They follow me, Kyle.
They like the Bib.
Very icky. I don't like it. And yes, there are porn mods for Stardew Valley. Because of course there are.
There's same for
I
Starbound
smell
because of
magic
course.
in the air.
That's stupid.
Like,
Well,
okay, I get it for Skyrim and stuff like that. But why Stardew Valley? It's just sprites. Tiny ass
Pixels.
sprites.
Oh my god, there's a really
Mm.
infamous game. What's it called? Parasite City, I think. That
This
one.
better be good.
That's why, Bubs. People do it because it's popular.
Okay.
That
if you
one
say
did
so.
it, and it was popular. It was infamous because I remember when I was getting into YouTube, there was like a weird trend of people doing videos on it. They would not get looted, but they would play the game. And I was like, why is this trending? And I looked up, and that's a hentai. That's,
Once
Nah.
again, it's up to the elves.
Hentai is great though.
it's like a side-scrollery game or something. That one was popular.
I smell
But that was like
magic
popular
in
in
the
like
air.
2013 or 14, I don't remember.
I thirst for
It was
magic.
a while ago.
Easily done. What's the holdup?
Honestly, being popular is just a bad thing in my opinion.
Damn. That's a hot bub take right there. Mm-hmm.
It means you have expectations placed upon you.
Our ally is under
Will it
attack.
be hotshot?
Ready to attack, bib?
Insist. It's about time.
I'm still just doing my
What a
thing.
good idea.
You're free to attack if you want.
If you insist.
Bibs,
I'll
it's
wait for me to
time.
get mana back at least.
What a good idea. It's about time.
Since doing this is kind of burning through mana.
Kick down, Spark.
Be quick.
If
They're
you
attacking.
insist. Once again,
Back a
it's
little.
up to the elves. If you insist.
I think a lot of them died.
You might be correct about that, bub.
I don't know why, but I think they did.
It's about time.
I'll get mana again. Flame Strike
Help
uses a
me
lot of
help
mana.
you.
135. It's solid, but it does eat mana. That's why you get mana, siphon mana. But I can't be bothered doing that. That would be reasonable. It really can't be reasonable, Kyle.
What a good idea. Once again, it's up to the
Research
elves.
complete.
It's about
Ugh.
time.
What's wrong,
Once again,
sleepy
it's up to
bub?
the
You.
elves.
I think you're a
Research
little
complete.
upset. You need to apologize for being
About
such a
time.
grumpmeister. Bub,
If you insist.
I will accept
How
your
about I do
apology.
this instead?
Wow. Rude. Fuck.
Burn! Remove the necromancers. They can't necromance.
I'll handle it. Very clever. Watch and learn.
And if they can't necromance, then who's gonna dance?
That's fair, Bubs.
It's come to
Pretty
this.
scientific of you to say something like that.
For Quel'Thalas.
You know, if only these necromancers could invent something like a safety dance of some kind to keep them out of the fire.
That would probably help them.
Probably would, yeah. Oh, shame they haven't done anything like that then.
Easily done. Watch and learn.
But poor Miena.
I'll handle it.
Where are you getting the resources to do this
It's
game?
come to this.
Certainly not from the gold mine.
Leave it to me.
Imagine they have a giant pool of resources, or they just get free stuff.
Oh, these are so annoying,
Very
Bubbles.
clever. It's come to
Welcome
this.
to the hard AI.
Time to take that. It's annoying me the most.
Leave it to me.
Your magic is mine.
Vengeance was Ultin.
It's come to
Christopher
this.
Brown has gone full degenerate.
For Quel'Thalas.
Easily done. Watch and learn.
No, no, not our forces. Whatever shall we do without our forces? Stop that game. Game, stop it. Game,
Come to
stop. Stop it, game, stop.
Is my aid required?
Get down, Sparky.
Robert Perkins, what does Call of Cthulhu not have to do with porn?
Uh-oh. Robin Perkins is boosted. Boosted, Chet. He's boosted.
Boosted?
Yep. We've almost got him, Bib. Right where we wound him.
I have no mana. I still have no mana.
What's the holdup?
Will it be hotshot?
I still have no mana. Carl, why don't I have mana?
This better be
Don't know.
good.
Don't know how you managed to lose all the mana, Bubs.
It's not mana, it's mana.
That says Rule 34 is alive and well. That's good for, I think, the mankind as a whole, really.
About time.
Oh, sure Celeste will be happy.
Insist.
Bubbles, no. In the arms of the lewd. And then the...
Your wish is not
Big sad.
I smell magic.
Look at Mind Break. Of course everyone's happy at Mind Break. At
Of
least
course.
at the end of it, anyways. Weep, weep.
What is it? Alright. Yes, my lord.
Once again, it's up to the elves.
I feel edgy.
I
Edge.
smell
Ugh.
magic in the air.
I feel sleepy.
There you go.
Yeah, I do.
Nope. You're actually wide awake.
Research complete.
Wrong.
All right. Off I go then.
Little bub.
Righto.
What are you doing? Just sitting there thinking about life. Wondering how Bub got to
Help
this
me
point.
Help you.
My
Why are you
name...
sending those over there? Stop that. That's silly, Kyle.
What are you doing, Bub? Why are you
More
stopping?
lumber is required.
Where did all the lumber go, Kyle?
I know where it went. You went to repairing that
This
building.
observatory is repaired.
Yeah, and then you stopped harvesting lumber, Kyle. All of a sudden, we no longer have lumber.
Evil Bub.
Now, first things first, we should go down here to kill the golem.
But why?
Will it be hotshot?
Because I say so.
What would the golem have to
About
offer,
time.
Bubs?
Nothing. Nothing whatsoever.
Research complete.
I click like, but got people to see. Have a nice night. Okay, appreciate it. Goodbye, be Ladvis.
Goodbye, Lothvith.
Seems
Do you
like
think he's
everyone's
from
kind
Latvia?
of busy lately. Is there something
Well, yeah.
going on in the real world? What's going on outside?
Clearly Valheim.
It is Valheim, isn't it? I noticed that we have a significantly diminished viewer count today.
If
What's
you
going on, chat?
insist.
Where are the rest of the lads?
Once
What did you
again,
do
it's
with
up to
them?
the elves.
Like,
They're
well,
obviously sleeping.
we ate them.
It's about time.
God, I wish I was sleeping.
I don't know why, but I've been kind of like just like feeling dead lately. It's like I slept normal though, so I should feel not sleepy deprived.
I slept... How long did I sleep? 6 hours? Yeah, it's plenty time.
Help
6
me.
hours is plenty.
Help
God
you.
damn it! I woke up at 5 a.m. and I was like, I can't go back to sleep, so I started working on writing characters. And then I just sort of didn't go back to
Our
that.
ally is under attack.
Damn it!
Once again, it's up to the
One
elves.
of these days, Carl will move his army. One of these days, Carl will accept his fucking mortars.
He's like, I bought
Do
these
you require
mortars for
aid,
you.
human?
I
What
did.
idea?
Where are you
That's
going,
Now
little?
you don't want them,
If you
racist.
insist.
I think you're just mad, Bubs. A little upset.
I am your
Bubs.
I think I'm mad at you, Kyle.
You're just
Right
a little
away.
sad, Bub.
Very clever.
That boat can't fit all of them. Boat made
Nah,
sense.
I should probably use the other boat then. Kyle, where's the lumber going? Kyle, where's the word? Kyle.
Where are we tagging, Borkins?
I'm waiting for you.
Job's done.
Are we going down here?
Yes, I already marked it and everything. And you're like, I'm gonna ignore Bubble.
I mean, ignoring Bubble might be good for Bubble.
Help me, help you.
Leave and clear out the forest so we have a bit more room to play with. Aren't I nice, Kyle?
Bubbles wants revenge.
Yes. Vengeance for Quel'Thalas.
Because the Rock Man did it, actually.
Once again, it's up to the
Clearly.
others.
Good luck, Kyle.
We should get him with no casualties.
Good luck, Kyle.
Priest, why? Why? You have a much longer heal range than that. Alright, we're
Kick down,
gonna
Sparky.
snuggle the rock monster.
Because, Kyle, only one priest can heal a target at a time.
But why, Pups?
What a good idea. If you insist. Once again, it's up to the elves.
Of course.
I will take my boat and I will leave. See, Carl, I'm not taking control of your army.
Do you require aid, human?
Bubbles, they
I'm
all
being
died.
nice.
Oh my god, holy shite.
Oh,
Without
yeah, of course they
delay.
all died. They're
What?
dead.
How could
Why
this,
wouldn't they die?
How could this
If you
happen?
insist.
War
Once
crimes.
again,
We probably
it's up
killed
to the
them.
War crimes have been committed, chat.
About time.
It's about time war crimes are committed.
Once again, it's up to the elves.
More ogres.
About time.
Ogre sounds an awful lot like ogre. I don't like that, Carl. I don't like it one bit.
Why?
If you insist.
Killing the Muslims.
What a
Oh
good
my god,
idea.
Bubbles, what? Somebody had to be edgy.
Now victory shall be ours.
Might as well be Bubs.
Your
That's
wish
an
is
edgy.
my command. Once again, it's up to the elves.
Oh, it's just like an ogre.
About
Bubs
time.
explodes.
Once again, it's up to the elves.
Locked and loaded.
It's about
Yeah, you're
time.
dwarves now. I hope you're happy. I hope you're bloody happy with yourself, Coil.
Get over here, Bub.
Without delay.
The battle Bubs. Battle Bubs.
Oh look, there's a big chunky war chief. It'll be funny. Couldn't do dick. I'm gonna stand in fire.
Once again, it's up to the elves.
Look, and get yourself an
Another supply
ogre.
crash. We'd
Big
best
chunkin'
retrieve it
ogre.
quickly.
Without delay.
Jiggled his belly at us.
If you insist.
He does. He also has endurance aura, which is nice. Endurance aura, good aura.
Is it good or
Once again,
bad?
it's up to the elves. Your wish.
It's
is my
neutral
command.
at least.
You have a target? I'll take care of it.
My people must be
No,
aware
we
what
haven't
ails
committed
you.
any war crimes.
Yes, my friend.
See, you need
Right
people
away.
to do war crimes on, and we haven't fought any
you
people.
wish.
That's
Oh
the thing.
my god.
Right away.
Then we're doing it right all along, Bib.
We're doing something. I'm not sure if we're doing it right.
These boats have to go quite the ways around. Wait, I don't know if they can actually get there.
They can't.
Is someone injured?
Is someone
Let's
injured,
get to
Bub?
fighting.
Kick down, Sparky.
Yes.
Bubs' soul.
Yes, my friend.
Barge's pride.
As you
Damn
wish.
right in the barge.
Right away.
This better be good.
Parched.
We should go up
Do you
here.
require aid, human?
Why though?
Is
There's
my
stuff
aid
there.
required? As you wish.
And if
Right
there's
away.
stuff there, there's usually stuff there.
Little boat, come here. Brother Guardians is right here. Right. Somebody
God
had
help
to-
me, I'm so tired, Cal.
Kick down,
Why are you so
Sparky.
tired? It's Valheim, isn't it?
What
No.
a good idea.
Bubbles, why haven't you been resting
someone
like a
injured?
normal bub?
I am your
Research
servant.
Cause I
As
go
you
sleep and my body is like, I slept for like a couple of hours. It's time to wake up.
Wow, Bob Neiman's here. Bob Neiman, wow. He's a give them cheeks you can't.
Is he here to
trip.
be belligerent again?
He is
Angry and
belligerent,
mad?
Grumpy. Like a rejected high school grill. You're like,
Like a rejected high school Bob.
ugh. Fucking Bob.
The movie Bob Neiman.
Oh no. Even before he starts going like, eugenics is
Research
alright,
complete.
guys.
Damn the Nazis, though, for ruining eugenics.
Research complete.
Oh god, I can't believe that tweet was real. At first I thought
Research
people were
complete.
fucking with me. I'm like, nah.
There's nothing wrong with eugenics, though.
As like a science?
That's a practice.
What do you mean a practice? Bubs?
People do eugenics all the time
Research
whenever you're
complete.
picky with your mate. That is practicing eugenics.
Huh? Well, what was Bob talking about then, Bubs? What's the difference?
Bob probably wanted to eradicate anyone with the wrong opinion through breeding programs or something.
Something cringy like the Nazis wanted?
Nazis weren't quite on that level even.
Nazis did have breeding programs because they were fucking retarded. And we're gonna breed them like dogs.
I feel edgy.
Now, how tough is he,
Now
Bubs?
victory shall be ours.
The blood elves await.
Not very. Why?
He's dead.
Is my aid
I
required?
see why we came here. A mall of strength. It's like a little bit of extra hit points.
What'll it be, Hotshot?
See, Bob Newman, there's a line for that.
Once again, it's up to the elves.
Once again, it's up to the elves. Ah ha ha ha.
Thirst for
That's a good
magic.
joke. Fucking. Ogre like. "Brr."
Ogre is great. Ogre is best character in this campaign. Ogre smirk.
Kami said breeding programs for the man-ape hybrid project. See, that sounds familiar, but I don't remember what that was.
That was great. It's like, hello there, fellow white woman. Would you like to breed with an ape? It's like, no. Well, too bad.
Big sad. And how did that work out?
It didn't work.
Because it can't work. Why did they even
I am
do
your
that?
servant. As you
Science?
It's not science. It's stupid.
How do you think science is done, Kyle?
Through forceful means. I mean, it
Sometimes.
can
Be gone, spawn of
be.
darkness.
Technically speaking, it's unethical.
We're talking about the Soviet Union here, Kyle.
I know. They're evil. And they don't
Oh,
have
the
a-
Soviet Union, unethical. Ah, really?
blood elves await.
You don't
course.
say.
Bubbles, why were they the bad guys?
I am your servant.
Because they were the
By
bad
the
guys.
power of the light, burn.
So
Okay, because they were a republic.
Who's
By
the
the
good?
power of
It's
the
like,
light,
no, he's
burn.
bad.
Be gone,
You
spawn
saw
of
Battle
darkness.
Wanga.
By the
Okay,
power
we
of
need
the
to go
light,
up here
burn.
before we repair the thing.
Right away.
But before we
As you
repair the
wish.
thing, I need to die. So I'm gonna go sleep now. Good night, Cal.
For me, go die, Bubs.
Sleep.
What are you gonna
Important.
do? Make me stretch. It hurts. It hurts to stretch.
Right away.
It's
Now
ouchies.
feel my wrath.
My people must be avenged.
I am your
And
servant.
mine, Volk.
For Bob. Where has Bob been lately? Bob, have you been fucking bothering poor Deb
Of course.
with your antics?
Probably just like, Deb, Gib
Be
check.
gone, spawn of darkness.
Gib check. My name Beb. Beb man sad. He is sad though.
As
He's
you
a
wish.
sad little Bob.
Right away.
Look at him sitting in chat being
As you
sad.
wish.
Ow.
Of course.
The biggest of
As you
sads,
wish.
tears
I am
streaming
your
down his little
servant.
Bob cheeks.
Right away.
Look, I made us a path.
Of
Wow.
course. As you wish.
A path to white people.
That's not very nice, folks. Saying naughty words.
Right away.
So what?
What does that even mean?
We've discovered more hidden supplies.
Grab that.
I am your servant. As you
And
wish.
grab that. That'll be useful at some point, maybe.
Right away.
This I doubt. My pee-pee must be avenged, says Christopher Brown. It fell off or something. The biggest of sads.
As you wish.
Do you require aid, human?
Can attack
Whoosh.
with this.
Flamey toasty toasty.
Get on with it.
Just kill everything except for the big boss.
Very
Then we can focus down the big boss. Like that. And then the big boss die. And then we win. Waddle, 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 waddle. Whoa, whoa. Off for go then.
Will it
But
be
why did they do
hotshot?
that?
Zug zug.
Without delay.
Zug zug ha. Zug zug. My God.
What's wrong, bub? You seem a little bit anxious all of a sudden.
I agree. Bob Neiman is a test tube baby.
Bob sitting there. Oh. Tube Neiman.
Hot Atlantis Lovecraft probably wouldn't be surprised that his creation ended up with a porn fan art. He was a very strange man. His cat's name is particularly unorthodox.
Oh,
Pretty sure
God.
that was actually his father's cat.
Hold on, listen to me. Hear me out. Lovecraft. Okay? The kids movie. Bubbles.
You want to talk about it?
It's bad.
It is bad.
Like, it's just weird.
There's a reason I showed it to you, Kyle.
It's
It's not because it's good.
It's like, I could see a parent throwing that thing on, or like it being on, because like the kid's like, oh, moving picture, you know?
Yes. And it looks kinda like a kid's movie if you just look at specific parts of it.
Yeah, very bad and low effort one, but yeah. Like how it totally looked like an asset flip too in some lights.
Oh yeah, no, it's super bad.
Like, Jesus Christ, there's that evil, like, snake lady thing.
I love the when they walk around like the forest and stuff, and it's like there's like 3 trees on screen and there's just nothing in the back.
It's just copy.
You can see it so blatantly. No, it's not even copy pasted. There's just nothing there.
It is. Alexander L. McKellen says, hello, all. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, Alexander.
Hail, Lord Garithos. The observatories have been repaired as you requested. We were just about
I
to...
received ill news from the front line. Is it true that you've consorted with the vile Naga?
Well, yes, my lord. They helped us cross the lake. I assure you they pose no threat to us or to...
They are inhuman and must be crushed like any other enemy. Be
See,
careful
Garethos
where
is
you
great.
place your loyalties, blood elf. I will not tolerate treason in my ranks. Now I must return to the front. You will remain here and wait for further orders.
I mean, Garethos is right, though. Like, the Naga are doing this to purely manipulate these guys.
Yeah.
Like, nothing that Garethos said was actually wrong there. They try to make him as this arrogant, like, lord dude, but, like, He's a little bit of a dink, yeah, but he's absolutely right. Though.
He's a total racist and he wants to kill all the elves, but you know.
He's right though. He's right. I mean, elves are blind. Elves.
They are. It's true.
But no, he's actually right about the Naga thing. But I think he's not necessarily right because he knew that. He's right more or less because he so happened to be coincidentally right.
Yep.
My God.
I think I started the wrong mission, Cal. It's fine.
I think you did. These are the night elves.
Yes, it's fine, Cal. We'll just quit.
I think you done goofed, honestly.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, Kyle. I will go into exile to repent.
Alex Sanders says, finally, say my right, Bubs. My name right. Oh my god, my brain is actually skipping words now.
Are you feeling dead too, Kyle?
I mean, I am kind of like exhausted. Like, I feel, even before the stream, I was like, God, I'm tired. But I don't know why. I mean, I know why. But I shouldn't be like this dead inside, you know?
I assume we're dead.
Like, fuck, I kind of want to go to bed early again tonight.
I am going to go to bed early.
Game's
Yes, early.
full, Bubs. How did you manage that?
It's open. Let me close the slot and open it again.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Battle, whatever the heck. Battlecraft. There we go.
That was a bit better.
No worries, Robin Poikins. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure everyone will be fine. The Nagas and Archvitas have the sexiest voice in any game ever.
Okay then.
Interesting, Esherton. Interesting. I think
Code
someone's got
invalid.
a scaly fetish.
Okay, that's because there was an extra dash there.
Greetings, Prince Kale. I bring word from Grand Marshal Garithos.
What news from the front?
Apparently, the observatories you repaired detected a large undead force massing nearby. Lord Garithos has commanded that you crush the undead before they can march on Dalaran.
That doesn't sound too difficult.
Unfortunately, your forces may be a little thin. You see, Lord Garithos has also ordered that all foot soldiers, cavalry, and support teams report to the front lines immediately. You men, move out!
What do you even have left at that point?
Am I to assault the undead with nothing but sticks and harsh language?
The Grand Marshal has great confidence in your abilities. Be creative.
Garithos. I'm starting to hate that man.
I mean, he has a base. How do we beat this person?
Well, first, we move all the peasants to the further away gold mines. Same with the soldiers. And we let the first base die. And we try to hold on to the second bases as long as possible. But we're gonna give them up anyway.
Okay. We start building the army. There's Boog. Boog's like mini Boog.
We can hold off on the army for now.
20 Mexican pesos say, wasn't the word Naga in Instaban on Twitch? Why?
A lot of things are on Instaban on Twitch.
Naga's literally fish people. Fish people, fish people.
Main reason we haven't been banned on Twitch is because we're too small.
Yeah, we will. And then as soon as we do get banned, we'll use that for clout to grow our channel. It's not a particular
Make a video being like, oh, woe is us, we've been banned from Twitch.
Yep.
Ah.
Any attention is good attention. And the only way, if they really wanted to hurt us, would be to simply just ignore us. And
Right
that's still a
away.
victory. So we can't literally not win.
Our ally is under
I
attack.
I
come.
mean, if they really wanted to hurt us, they could go down from YouTube.
Damn. I guess Rumbler it is, Bobs.
We're rumblers now.
Town is under siege.
Little Rumbler. Game. Be quiet.
Game doesn't want to be quiet.
It was like, let me just get really
Is
fucking
my
loud.
aid required?
Shut up, game. Shut your little game mouth.
I stand ready.
Oh, I knew we were missing an arcane sanctum.
Our allies' town is under siege.
That's why I'm building one. I'm missing a lot of things. Like soldiers.
I stand ready.
Our ally is under attack.
On the bright side, we have already got all the upgrades, though.
Mm-hmm.
On the downside, we'd have no gold mine, bub.
A lot of things we don't have any of.
Job's done.
Our allies' town is under siege. Our ally
That's
is
why
under
we don't
attack.
waste all the gold we have.
I stand ready.
2 priests I'm training, bib.
Our ally is under attack. Our allies' town is under siege.
Wall back, wall back, wall back! Oh no, Kyle, they destroyed all our outposts.
Prince Kale, they've taken over our outlying bases. We're completely surrounded.
It's been a while
Those
since
faces
Boog's
are
been on a
lost.
stream. He's been kind of
Just a
inactive
dim
lately.
horizon.
Punishable offense, I'm sure.
Poor Boag.
Prince Kale.
Indeed,
We've
Boog
come
needs to
to
be
join your
punished.
fight against the vile dead.
Greetings, Lady Vash. I would welcome your aid gladly, but the commander I serve does not approve of your kind.
I do not see him here sharing your peril. Let me bolster your forces with my own. If not, you and your brethren will surely fall.
What you say is true, but I accept your offer, Rash.
Good.
Not even a question as to why they're being so generous.
He's so fucking dumb. Like, he's clearly being manipulated. And used. My commanding officer keeps telling me not to trust you guys. And also, like, you keep helping me. But for no gain.
I come to cleanse this land.
I mean, my commanding officer is a blatant and obvious racist. And there's this race of things that are different from him.
Trifle.
He doesn't like them for obvious reasons, and he keeps telling me not to work with them because, well, he's racist. But they are also offering to help for no gain on their part whatsoever.
Honestly, the Blood Elves at this point should just leave. Like, it's clearly not a win scenario here, Bubs. It's a lose-lose no matter how you slice it, Bub.
It is.
What are you doing over there, Bub?
Folks.
It's empty. The one that has rockets you can dive. Oh gosh, you guys are gonna play yourselves out of plant side. That's the problem. And then when we actually play the game, we don't play it anymore. This always happens.
Yes, my friend.
Maybe we should play the game more, Kyle.
Is my aid required?
I don't know what's on the
Our
community
ally
event
is under
scheduled
attack.
this weekend. I think it's actually Halo.
Is there a community event scheduled to begin with?
It's like in my mind, really. Because I said we'd
So
rotate
there's
all.
nothing scheduled.
I said to Smash it, we'd rotate all the factions, and we did that, and then we'd do Halo, but then Valheim existed.
Valheim didn't exist. Valheim always existed.
Fairman's trying to claim I'm the last one, so should be talking about this. But I'm just thinking like Fairman, like, lol, what? Fucking Fairman.
Yes, my friend. As you wish.
On your mark.
Poor Fairman. Either way, more importantly,
Our ally is under attack.
I think Hothead Lad passed out and fell asleep. Is it
I
a
probably
shell
did.
Or a bird or a fish. I think that's a seashell right there.
Okay, so we smash that, we smash that, smash that,
Book
that.
says NC was next on the rotation. We had fun last week. No, it wasn't. Last week was actually
aid
technically
required.
Halo, but we didn't do Halo. Because we were riding the Valheim wave, which was actually the best decision to make, honestly. Valheim is a really awesome game, and it did pretty well on the channel, honestly. Like, it did a serious bolster. Planet side, we do the community events to bolster community interactivity, but as far as YouTubing goes, Planet side kind of sucks. Like, it's generally...
No one likes PlanetSide.
It performs pretty horribly.
Fly.
As far as games go.
Are you being attacked, Carl?
But we don't always do things because they perform well or not. We are. Bubs, deal with it.
Not until they're here.
Time. You want me to do what? Yes, I'm already on it. An elf would have thought of something better.
Ow! Leave the
What?
stars alone! Wow. She got nuked.
Damn. Who donates another 20 megabytes? I said, I mean, we had fun playing NC doing harasser stuff. Okay. Good.
Yes, my friend. Is my aid
Thank you for the
required?
donation.
You sound salty, Carl.
No, I just don't really know what to add to that.
Be
You
quick.
sound salty, Carl.
How so?
It's your tone, Carl. It sounds salty.
I'm actually tired. I've got the
Salty
big sleepies.
kid. Salty kid made.
Yes, my friend.
I wish I was
course.
salty. Then I'd be awake. It would be preferable to being kind
You
of.
could be salty and tired.
Is my aid required?
Sadly, I'm not. If I was, I'd at least be. I'd have that anger energy. I don't have that. I have the. I'm sad. I'm sad. But I am actually also thinking. Halo. If Halo's this weekend, then which Halo?
Ally is under attack.
It's always the question with Halo.
All of them at the same time.
Because it's the MCC. No, that's a terrible idea. And people often
Is
don't
my aid
install the right ones. The Halo events are actually really fun.
Right away. Of course.
You're under attack again, Carl.
As you wish.
I don't know which Halo we're gonna do this weekend. Chat, we need to figure
Of
that out.
course. Right away.
3.
Of course.
I like 3.
Our
How's
ally
chat
is
feel about
under
that?
attack.
3 is just fun.
am your
3 is just Arcadian fun.
Our allied tower is under siege.
3 is special.
It is, but it's pretty fun.
As you wish.
Oh, we gotta refind all my Steam games for this
Feel
stupid
my
bug.
wrath.
They're all.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that.
I still haven't gotten around to doing that because I don't really play games outside of streaming anymore because I don't have
Right
time to.
away.
It's like I work on job or
Of
work
course.
on game.
Right away.
No time to waste on playing video games. Oh, makes me sad. This is
I
game
am
time.
your servant. As you wish.
And that's why we're playing game you won't play.
Of course. Right away.
Why are you bragging
Be
about
gone,
it?
spawn of
Bad
darkness.
idea.
Now feel my
Needs to
wrath.
stay at base to
Be
defend.
gone, spawn of darkness. Now
Be
feel my
gone, spawn
wrath.
of darkness. pew pew. By the way, people are
Begone, spawn
curious.
of darkness.
I think Disco has the Valheim
As you
server up
wish.
now.
She does.
Now feel my wrath.
We will play that more,
I'm
but
on the
we're
job.
going to be going back to more like normal roster rotation.
I keep telling us like, I support the idea of using a whitelist for the server.
I am your
And then
servant.
every time I say that, she just ignores me.
Why does she ignore you?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Bubbles.
Maybe she doesn't want to deal with the whitelist.
I think that might be it.
Kyle, are you doing anything to defend the base?
No, I thought you did that.
With what? I already sent all my units down here.
Job's done.
What is it?
Fuck. I mean, we're recruiting dudes now. Like, it'll be a minute.
Like, I went to clear out a gold mine.
You're interrupting my calculations.
You're interrupting my calculations, Bubbles.
You want me to do what? Yes,
Well,
yes,
that's
I'm
nice
already
and all,
on it.
but both the Dragonhawks are
Want me
now
to do
dead.
what? How did
Because that was the only thing
On the
defending the
job.
base.
Want me to do what?
Lost to the peasants, Bib.
I stand ready.
Bib, come back.
Yes, my friend. As you wish.
I'll take the boat
Right
on the
away.
right.
I am your
I'm
servant.
on the job.
Come on, let's go, little dudes, run.
Of course.
Jimmy Stiffinger says, none of my friends want to play Valheim with me. I'm sorry to hear, dude.
Oh, the terrible friends.
I'm on the job.
I mean, they might not be able to afford it, Bub.
Inexcusable.
Damn. Bub's
Yes,
no fucking mercy today.
As you wish.
I stand ready.
I'm on the job.
If you can't afford Valheim, then cut down on food or something.
I am your servant. Right away. As you wish.
Because,
on
quite
right
frankly,
along.
Valheim is more
As you
important.
wish.
I stand ready.
Yes, my friend. Is my aid required?
Okie
Yes, my
dokie.
friend.
Now, we move on to the next base. There's another attack coming, and this one's a ground-based attack.
Oh shit. I get some army back
Is
in.
my aid required?
Thought I could help Bubbles attack, but I think I'm gonna
No,
have to
you
stay out of
can't.
it.
You need to defend.
Poop.
I stand ready.
is under attack.
Yes, my friend. Right away. As you wish. I come to cleanse this land.
Welcome to having to play a game. Sometimes you have to put in a modicum of effort.
Under attack.
I stand ready.
It's only sometimes.
My aid required.
Even if you don't want to.
Of course.
It's not that I don't want to put a modicum of effort. I just want to defend the base.
Would you rather attack then?
It's fine, Bubs. You got the more powerful stuff. I will prevent the enemy
Yes,
from
my
taking
friend. I
base.
come to Is my aid required?
I mean, I can take over the shitty units.
Yes, my friend.
No Bubbles. Shh.
As you wish.
Are you feeling okay, Carl? You make strange noises.
Our ally is
Zero
under
Bub.
attack.
Kind of starting to sound like Cesar Milan,
Is my aid
I don't know what the hell that is.
the dog whisperer.
I don't know what that is.
No, 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 not like that.
I am the dog whisperer.
The
An
flows
elf
of
would have thought
magic.
of something better.
It's kind of
You're
dumb.
interrupting my
Ally is under
calculations.
attack.
I'll have it up in no time.
This way.
You're interrupting my calculations.
You're,
No, 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 not
you're
like
interrupting
that.
my
Let me do
calculations. Friggin' Tyler over here.
I'm a nerd. Ugh. I'm a nerd.
Our
Ugh.
ally is under attack.
Probably should have grabbed like 1 or 2 priests for this. Yeah, well, too bad. Too bad for me.
Indeed.
Yes, my friend.
Ugh.
Our
The Fairman, I
ally
think,
is under
hijacked
attack.
the poor little chant. Those little weeps. course, won't be able to comment on nothing now.
I'm thinking.
About what?
I have no idea. But my brain is working, I think. You know what I did yesterday?
What?
Spent 3 hours driving.
Okay. Why?
Because my mother wants a new laptop. So she wants a cheap one. So she wants a used one. So I found one that looked like a pretty decent deal. A suspiciously good deal,
Is
actually.
someone injured? Of course.
So
What
we
ails
went to
you?
actually go check it out.
Help me. Help you.
It was
This was
suspicious
really
for a
cheap for
reason.
what it is.
Is someone injured?
So we get there, like, after, like, driving fucking way off. Okay, into the middle of fucking nowhere. It's absolutely horrendous wind, and it's just like... The snow is just blowing onto the road and everything, like... You know,
I
if they
don't know
went
if I
with
can
the
kill all
pro.
these.
Cry.
Maybe.
Maybe indeed.
I'll give it a shot. Fire.
So,
I stand ready. Cry, havoc.
I come.
well, either you will or you won't. I'm on my way.
Fire.
Nothing I can do to get this sooner.
I think we'll get them, but like the cost was
One
heavy.
shot, one kill.
You get Dragonhawk Riders, you can... Nah, you don't. If you decide to use the
That's
abilities,
right.
that'll be good. If you decide to use the abilities.
Will it be high shot?
That's big if bumps.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's a very big if.
I come to
So-
cleanse this land.
It's pretty big if. Ponderous one.
Actually, I'm gonna stay here for healing for a bit.
Oh wow, look at you wanting to heal up and become a healthy bub.
So yeah, we went over there because,
I
well,
stand
yeah,
ready.
looked like a potentially a good thing, but it was like really cheap, and it was because you primarily want a big monitor, which is kind of hard to find on a laptop, especially nowadays. So we went over there, so we get there, and it's like just a single man, somewhere in his 60s, probably. His house smells obscenely like smoke.
Is someone injured?
Okay.
And, yeah, it's a
I stand ready.
really good impression.
It was not
So,
the thing you were looking for.
go look at the laptop.
I am your servant.
And I turn it on, and I notice
Help
the
me.
screen's
Help
flickering.
you.
Like, every time something changes on the screen, there's
The
like a
blood
line
elves
that
awake.
flickers randomly on the monitor. I'm like,
Waiting on you.
That's
pretty sure the ad said there was nothing wrong with the screen.
sounds
Pretty sure.
sounds like a scam.
And I pointed out to him. It's very obvious, very easy to tell. And he's like, oh, he hasn't noticed anything like that whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
And he had no real interest in actually looking at it either. Like, I turned the laptop over to show him, and he was just like sitting back there, being the fat blob that he was.
Yeah.
He also claimed to have been working with computers for 30 years. It's like, if you have been working with computers for 30 years, you'd have noticed the fucking flickering going on
I'll
there.
have it up
And
in
you
no
wouldn't
time.
try. You wouldn't just fucking. I mean, you might try bold-faced lying to somebody, I
Glory
guess.
to the blood elves.
You know what the best part is?
Hmm.
Checked back later on the ad.
Yeah.
The price has been turned down. There's still the claim that there's nothing wrong with the monitor, by the way. But the price is now lower.
Because he's
Than it
been
was
not,
before.
not able to sell it.
Oh.
I don't think he will be able to sell it. Anybody who looks at it's gonna be like, no.
Because he tried to knock the price down when we were there as well.
And you knew better. And you're like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Glory blood elves.
Not worth getting.
Nope.
Yep.
Get down, Sparky.
Some people are very honest. Ooh, Vosh is taking a beating there. Ooh, that's a level 7.
Whatever happened to the mana well that used to be here, Bubs? You ever wonder?
We consumed it.
Sure we did. Sure we did.
It's about time.
Well, at least you didn't fucking... Your mom
Once
didn't just
again,
go
it's up
out
to
and
the
do it
elves.
herself and then get tricked into it.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like if you're buying used stuff, you check the product.
No, not like that. Let me do it.
It was le garbage.
The man just totally reeked of sleazy too.
That's kind of great. In a derpy, autistic kind of way. I miss chat.
Why the fuck is Fairman just spamming Phoenix in chat?
I don't know, but I kind of want to just mute him. With the amount of damage you get. Oh my god, we have bubbles. Hold on, look. Something in chat. It's a Greek boy. He's like a savior riding over the hill. It's like, oh, thank god, it's something else. Greek boy says, with the amount of damage you get your gold from all the mines, it won't be enough to assault the final base.
Nonsense.
What kind of Greek boy propaganda is this? This isn't very
It's a Greek kind.
good. What's going on, Greek boy? He's like, Greek. See, he thinks I'm being sarcastic when I'm not. He's like, Kibs, fuck you. When I'm actually unironically going like, thank God you're here. Thank God you're
On your mark.
He's like, you should fucking with me. And meanwhile, I'm like, oh no, for real though.
I mean, it's something different than Fairman just spurging your planet side constantly.
Yes. Because it doesn't make for a good conversation piece, does it?
Oh my god, they're spamming so many attacks. There's another one coming in already.
They are.
Fucking help me.
Bubbles, you gotta just attack their bases.
I need healing.
Bubbles, you're not gonna get healing. Because, like, think about it. Realistically, we're gonna run out of friggin' dudes.
Well, maybe if we build more units, we might actually get somewhere.
Bubbles, that would require me to build houses, okay?
Oh no, you have to do something. God
Houses
forbid.
are rather complex structures. Manage the dudes. Do a good job of it. I'm just gonna take these people over to the other island because the trees are closer to the friggin' town hall.
Smack, 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 smack.
I come to cleanse this land.
I come to come on this land.
God, get
Robin
the healing.
Perkins says, I see anybody that's not like
I'm on the job.
all this talk of PlanetSide makes me realize how little I actually know about that
I'm
game.
already on it.
Good.
It actually makes me not
Keep it
wanna
that
play
way.
the game.
No,
I
not
come
like that.
to cleanse
Yeah,
this
you're
me
just
do it.
contrarian.
No, it's just oversaturation of any content. It's like,
Right the way.
we play the games for
Fair
community events. One of the reasons why I stopped playing PlanetSide was because of the work hours.
Help
But the other
them.
reason was
Help
partially
you.
due to the fact that it got bad to the point where it's like, when people just obsessively play it,
someone injured?
like, it's like, okay, now we're doing it all the time. It'd be like if we did War Thunder and we did it
I
20
come to
before
cleanse
fucking
this
7.
land.
Like, I don't mind War Thunder in short bursts.
Is
I don't
my
mind
aid
PlanetSide in
required?
short bursts. Those kinds of games, you get a little, what's the word? Not really frustrating, but tiresome,
up in no
cumbersome.
You want me to do what?
If you
I
play
mean,
too
War
much-
Thunder in particular, fucking like this, and the MBKs all the time.
You're
Oh,
interrupting my
don't worry.
calculations.
PlanetSide has equivalent things that are kind of cancer.
I'm sure it does.
It's called certain outfits.
No, not
Or-
like that.
My God.
Let me do it.
I like sometimes the War Thunder, I'm just like, I
come
don't even want to
cleanse
play this right
land.
now. It's just the same over and over again. It's like, I sit there and like, I get the occasional kill and that's fine. And then an MBK or Elijah comes and like, look, just give up. That's how I feel about that game sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, they're attacking again, Kyle.
Ah, Victor Pelosi's here. Evening, you lot. How's it going? Oh god, got buried by a super
I
chat.
stand ready.
Boog tries using an emote, but it doesn't quite translate because I don't see it.
Flop.
He says, "What the fuck? You play War Thunder all the time, smug."
I come
I don't,
to
though.
cleanse this land.
I only play it on Fridays now.
Yeah, I killed the wave coming in by webbing them before they got anywhere. It's like, transport, yes. Got him.
On your
Elf,
mark.
get him the boat.
Fair enough.
And if
I
you're
thirst for
foolishly
magic.
mistaking me playing War Thunder all the time for saying like, Stream says you're playing War Thunder. Well, that's because War Thunder
What ails
is
you?
Gaijin Entertainment, and it keeps booting up the
I stand
fucking
ready.
launcher in the background.
Yep,
Flows
it
of
does that.
magic are whimsical.
So while I'm
Kinda
working,
right.
people are like, "Wait, shouldn't you be at work right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why? What's up?" Like it says you're playing War Thunder, and I'm like, "What?" I don't know. I switch the monitors, tab over to my desktop, and there's the fucking launcher. Start. No,
interrupting
I
my
don't play War
calculations.
Thunder all the
Stand
time.
ready.
That's factually incorrect. In fact, lately I've hardly been playing it at all. Almost exclusively on
Back to
Pizza
the
Friday streams now. Don't have time for that. Like, I made time for the Valheim stuff because we were riding the Valheim wave. But that's kind of it, really. And even then, that came at a high cost.
Came at a high cost for all of us, Kyle.
It did. Like, I feel like my sleep schedule's still
This-
You're
fucked
being attacked
from it.
again, by the way.
What a good idea.
What a good idea, she
Good
says,
job.
as we get fucking slaughtered. I don't have any
Need help?
units. BP.
Make more units!
This way.
That
Have
fucking
the pop cap.
big thing and bad, Bob, at Bonky Bonky. Wouldn't having Steam in offline mode help with that? Why would I want it in offline mode? Like, it's not like I'm trying to hide from people.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Why are you over there? Oh my god. Well, okay, sure. Sure game.
Our ally is under attack.
Be quick. Time is mana. Watch and learn. I smell magic in the air.
Oh, there went Kael'thas and his priests.
Get
Just
on with it.
AI smirt or something. Guess I'll just sit around you and wait then.
I'll handle it.
Don't worry about it, babe. How can we
Need to retrain a Kael'thas, need to
I smell magic in the air.
get 4 priests back. And then I'll continue my attack.
Order of King's bib? Why are you building
I'm building
another
Altar Kings.
arcane sanctum down there?
Cause might as well.
Alright. That offline mode gives a prompt when starting online only games. No, I don't think it does. Like, if you saw during the
cause to
stream, I
cleanse
actually
this
opened
land.
up the little taskbar on the bottom right, and like Gaijin Entertainment always runs on the tray thing. It's kind of friggin' annoying, honestly.
You can turn it off though.
Help me.
Yeah, I gotta do
help
that.
you.
done.
Remind me to fucking do that at the end of the
Be
stream.
quick. Time is mana.
Because I'm kind of agitated.
Yes,
like,
my friend.
it does bother me because I hate when I have games running and it chunks up times and hours. It's like I didn't play that game for that
Our
long.
ally is under
Like I wish you could.
Come to cleanse this
I
land.
wish Steam would let you
Kick down, Sparky.
fix that. It's like War Thunder, 5 billion hours. Like realistically, a lot of hours, yeah.
Help me.
But like,
Help you.
idle shouldn't count. I don't know.
Very clever.
Oh my God, Bubbles, we're getting attacked from the ski.
Oh my god.
What is this
You
AI?
can chill the fuck out. Jesus Christ.
Like it's not even like we did anything wrong here. Fucking A. Well, that was costly. I think we lost. I lost almost all of the dudes. Actually, I'm pretty sure I lost. Yeah, most of them.
Actually, what the fuck is this attack though? There goes Vash. I've lost almost all the Naga now.
I think we're fucked, Bubs.
Yeah, no, you can't replace the Naga either.
The flows of magical wisdom. I stand ready. Waiting on you.
Ah, I guess we're gonna have to rely on a more conventional army.
Fair enough.
Boog says DW. What's the acronym for that? I don't even know. Sometimes it's better to just say what you want to say rather than acronym.
Don't worry, Kyle.
One shot.
Don't worry. Okay.
That's a super common one.
Yeah, but I don't. I've never actually heard somebody do DW until now.
Kick down, Sparky.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
really.
Wow.
Not gonna lie.
Quite impressed.
The flows of
Managed to
magical
avoid that.
wisdom.
Your wish is my command.
No, like never. This is the first time.
Our ally is under
DW Kibs, at least your Discord is better than Arch's. That's not saying anything or if much.
Help me.
Arch's Discord's not like a horrible place. It's just an average YouTuber Discord. Like there's nothing particularly special about it. There's nothing particularly unique
I
about
come
it.
to cleanse this land.
The whole thing is with our channels, we sold ourselves on not only the personalities but the community. Which is why we've invested so much time into curating it. Like, we don't let subscribers pick and choose the community. No, no. We pick and choose you.
I stand ready. I stand
Because we
ready.
can't trust you. We literally can't. Okay? I had to make sure that we curated who is allowed to on, who is.
Cleanse this land.
blood elves.
Otherwise, we'd have a cesspit.
Everything's a cesspit. Well, currently I have no strong units left, so this is going to be interesting.
I mean, you can't refund War Thunder or PlanetSide, Christopher, because they're MMOs. They're free to play.
I come. to
Teuton
cleanse
says,
this land.
"I hear sounds of bad games purging. Not surprised. It's
I
no,
stand
not
ready.
surprising since it's War Thunder. Actually, we didn't really talk about War Thunder as a game being bad. As a game, it's actually not half bad. It's actually pretty decent. Some of the business model shit's where the janky shit comes into play. I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about how the launcher just keeps booting up in the background, annoying me.
And some of the back end things, like the
I
launcher.
smell magic in the air.
Well, seems you're being attacked again.
Uh,
God, they're so spammy, Jesus.
This is kind of annoying, honestly. Like, this isn't like this in vanilla. I hope you're building whatever units you need for an attack.
I am working on it.
Help me.
The thing is, can't build any good units. The only good units you have here are the Naga, and they all died in that ridiculous double attack.
Another green boy attack coming in. Honestly, I'd say you have to just stay out of the combat because, I don't know, attrition or some
I
shit.
come to cleanse this land.
What a attrition.
I don't even
It's
fucking...
gonna be much worse if I stay out of the combat.
Smell magic in the air. Is someone injured? Yes, my friend.
It would be nice if my units
my
would
aid
actually
required?
move to the
Walk
front
away.
instead of just standing in the back.
Waiting on
Is someone injured?
I see.
I come to cleanse this land. Is my aid required? Right away. By the power of the light, burn! Lord, the blood. I smell magic now. Feel my wrath. By the power of the light, burn! Be gone, spawn
Okay,
of
well, I
darkness.
lost
Of course.
Spellbreaker and 2 Priest.
Right away. As you
I
wish.
come to cleanse this land.
I need to wait for the new units to build. Because I can't attack with
I
this
smell
shit.
magic in the air.
I can't attack with what I have now.
Oh my god, you remember that one guy who fucking wigged out at us about the towers?
Yes.
And then we showed him and he's like, no, towers. And then he just fucking left and it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, dude.
Well, Carl, you're gonna have to make do with what you have.
Yep.
I smell
Keep
magic
spamming
in
units
the
or
air.
whatever if you need to. I'm
Good
gonna
night.
go attack them. Or base we can knock out the better. God, we just have no siege units. That's the worst part. We actually don't have any siege units.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Looks like the base on the right is gonna be easy, though. Should be. I hope.
Oh, it is easy. Second one's not too bad either. It's the main one that's awful. Seeing as they're bringing in air attack now.
I come to
Destroy some
cleanse this
gargoyles.
What'll it be, hotshot?
Be quick, human. Yes, my friend. Our ally is under attack.
This better be good.
What did I do for another Fire Warrior playthrough? Maybe, we'll see. As long as they turn out the views and the monies, I'll revisit that game, but I really won't do it for anything else other than that. Like, it's just an awful game, and it's actually painful to actually play.
Is someone injured?
It's gotta be, like, it's one of those things where you sacrifice something, part of your soul, and it's like, you kind of have to do it with the idea that it's for something, rather than just being like, oh god.
For a good cause, Carl. For charity.
Like, it always raises a decent amount of money for the game's development, and that's one of the few
What a
reasons,
good idea.
which there aren't many, why I bother playing that god-awful piece of fucking game.
Once again,
So-
Ground
it's
attack
up to
coming
the
in, Carl.
others.
Enjoy.
Kick down, Sparky. It's about time.
Is my aid required?
Do you require aid, human? Now, your
I think
wish
the next ground attack will have a Dreadlord.
now.
That's gonna be a rough one. Yeah, it will. See him there.
Your wish is not granted. Now victory shall be yours. Once again, it's up to the elders.
Well, once you take out that second base, it'll get a lot easier.
I'll get less attacks.
Mm-hmm. I had the Harry Potter game for the PlayStation 1. The one that everyone says
This
is
better be
weird.
good.
I don't remember much about it, other than the fact that I remember being a little kid and liking it.
Get on with it.
But it wasn't my favorite PS1 game.
Be quick.
That
Time
one's a
is
hard
mana.
one, because I had a lot. There's the fucking goddamn... Oh, what is it? Yeah, the Green Army Men Air Attack game, which I thought was amazing. Then there was the 101 Dalmatians game, which I also thought was amazing.
101 Dalmatians game. Okay then.
Yeah, no, it's dude, it's fucking...
Our
That
ally
game was
is
actually
under
pretty
attack.
solid. The Toy Story game was also good.
Job's
Remember,
done.
this is little kid memory at this point. Little kid Kib.
Yes, it is.
So I remember these games going like, oh man, they were awesome. Like the Toy Story one was really cool. The Buzz Lightyear one was neat.
Our ally is under attack.
Just thinking. No, the Lilo Stitch one was PS2. That one was weird. But it wasn't bad. I enjoyed that one as a kid.
Naga, stop dying, Jesus Christ.
Our ally
I
is
won't
under
die. Let me die.
People are DMing the mighty Kib.
Mighty. Nah.
The mighty Kib. The powerful and great Kib.
Okay, well, I managed to take out the tower, Kyle, so that's a start.
I will forgive Bub for attempting to. What do you mean forgive? Don't forget to take.
What do you mean forget?
Scawies, baby. No, murdering scawies. Robert Marks, will we ever have a follow tactic stream? Oh boy, that game's kind of special. If I remember right, there's two modes for that game: real time and turn based. Real time is literally suicide. And that's all I remember.
See, what's great about some games is when you have the real time being like, your attack is false, you can click.
So it's like your guys are getting their arms and shit blown off while you're just like, oh my god.
Our gold
It's
mine
like,
is running
where's
low.
my auto clicker?
Because in follow tactics, they don't go down and just go like, oh, I'm going to recover later. No, they go down, they're friggin' dead.
The real question is, can you survive this attack, Kyle?
There is a decent chance. I can't tell. I don't think so.
Wait, come here. I'm gonna finish off the
No,
town
wait, I
center.
think so. I think so.
Okay.
Without delay.
I come to claim this land.
They're starting to drop like rocks. That goddamn rock giant's the real problem here. No, no, we got it.
Rock giant.
Rock big
You
thing.
mean the infernal?
It's gonna come at a great cost. Great cost
Our
indeed.
ally is under attack.
It's fine. I always knocked out this entire base.
This better be good.
It'll be worth it because Orange Man won't attack me anymore.
It'll just be the one with the dreadboard. The worst one.
Yeah, but that's not so bad because it's like you're not taking as many attacks.
Help me. Help you.
Without delay.
Be gone, spawn of darkness.
God help me. It's so painful you don't have any siege units.
Yeah, no, I can definitely freaking imagine, Bubs. Those Myrmidons you're kind of relying on because they do siege damage, don't they?
Nope.
Oh.
But they do a decent amount of damage.
Now my brain's going blanks. I know what RC stands for. What remind me what it stands for?
If I remember correctly.
If I remember correctly.
I stand ready.
Why don't I? Why did I forget that? Oh my god.
Probably because it's IRC.
On your mark.
Oh yeah. No, I still feel like I should remember that.
Easy.
I know people sum it down to IRC. I remember
Two,
correctly.
it's two
Is
eyes.
my aid required?
Part of me
smell
appreciates
magic in the
acronyms.
air.
Part of me doesn't.
Just on
Some
with
are
it.
good.
My powers are
Excessive use of acronyms just means you're not communicating any language.
I'm just using letters at people. According to 223. Fall tactics is special.
Our gold
You
mine has collapsed.
two have super
Our
mutants
ally
and
is
death
under
claws in your
attack.
squad. I remember you could have like robots. So I did the PvP thing against Tyler because it was kind of fun to mess around in and just blow each other's like characters' limbs off. That was kind of fun. That might not be a terrible idea. Bubbles and I stream tactics and we just derp around in the game's multiplayer and use the weapons that are silly.
Ooh boy.
It'd be funny, Bubby.
There's a single worker left. I'm gonna send him to you. Now, you are being attacked consistently there. Maybe you should build some towers. I'm gonna drop off a worker at your place.
Good build one.
Yes, my friend.
That works
Right
too,
away.
bud. That works too.
We have so many workers, so yeah.
I stand ready.
I'm gonna set them up north, gonna set up a base there.
I am your servant.
I should run out of dudes.
Is my aid
I
required?
stand ready.
Why
Right
are you
away.
shooting at not the target order you shoot? Game.
Waiting
Like,
on you.
because I was just built. Like,
Yes,
no,
my
I don't want it. As I want.
Is my aid
Results.
required? Be quick. Time is mana.
Try that.
I stand ready.
Very clever.
On your mark. I'll give it a shot.
Yes, my friend.
You get to Choppy, and you waddle over there and build a town center. This is going to be our outpost.
No, 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 not like that. Let me do it.
I stand ready.
You want me to do what? How did that get approved? You want me to do what? How did that get approved?
Your move.
Glory to the Blood Elves.
Glory to the Blood Elf. Glory, Kyle.
I stand ready.
Lord be.
Point the way.
Wow.
Our ally is under attack.
The last game master 02 says helly there. Hilly. That is an interesting word. No, I'm kidding.
Is that a word?
I assume so.
I come
Maybe
to
helicopters.
claim
Like a
Lucky
Huey.
copper?
Is
He's
my
landing.
aid required?
On
He's
your
having
I
a
like
name
Hueys.
Fair
flashback.
enough.
Be quick.
Hueys are kind of cute.
Blood elves await.
Which is your favorite Huey?
The hog.
Not the
I
Cobra?
also like
Is
the
my aid
utility
required?
version though.
Yes, my
I
friend.
stand
The one with
ready.
just the two little machine gun mounts. The one for landing like supplies and infantry.
Is my aid required?
That's the
Okay.
iconic Vietnam one.
You know what's great? When you put a minigun on your helicopters.
Boog asks thoughts on the Dota anime trailer. I have none.
I
Well,
stand
I
Always-
haven't seen it. I
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
really
say.
care to see it because I'm not interested in any way, shape, or form.
Number one, I don't like Dota or MOBAs. They're just not really for me. I didn't mind messing around in them like a little bit.
I come to
I'm not a
cleanse
fan
this
at all
land.
of Dota. Like, I don't mind. Like, League was kind of like I like the art style. I just didn't like the game at all. Heroes of the Storm was arcadey, but it was amusing. For a while. But even then, I was like, eh. And then I uninstalled them and just sort of stopped playing them. Just not my kind of games.
I don't like
What ails
Dotas
you?
at all.
Prepare to fly.
I come
You mean
to
MOBAs?
cleanse
Yes,
this
my
land.
You said Dotas.
Is my aid required?
Well, I don't like Dotas either.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, I don't like the Dota, the map for WarCraft 3. I don't care for it in any like at all. I don't care for Dota 2 either. Don't care for League of Legends, Heroes of New Earth, or any other MOBA. Or really MOBA style game. But don't worry, Carl. There is the MOBA map in the Blood Elf campaign.
done.
So when it comes to Dota getting an anime, is it a Western anime? I'd have to say probably. And in that case, I'm not interested. The West, in my opinion, is too inept to make anything of interest anymore when it comes to animation. Unless it was
my
overseen
aid
by myself,
required?
exactly. Because I'm the only one who can do it.
Yes, my friend.
Bub's like, what? You have no experience.
Of course. I am your servant.
But Bubbles is so brain dead, he didn't say nothing. Bubbles.
As you wish. What ails?
I mean,
As you wish.
it can't be any worse, I think.
That's kind of fair, but also
It's like,
kind of insulting.
I don't care. It's like, okay, if it's shit, it's shit. I don't lose anything for it.
I was never gonna watch
What?
it to begin with, yeah.
Best case, if you were to direct it, I might get some amusement out of it. Like,
Right away.
Thanks, Bubs.
it's like I don't lose anything out of it, so I don't see the problem with you directing it.
I stand ready.
Yeah, I've got no interest. I find Dota,
I come.
quote unquote, its lore to be laughable.
It has lore.
In the same, yes, it does.
Okay. Well, I don't care.
Pong has lore. Like every game has normally has like a synopsis for what the game is. Like you get get this. This is this guy trying to pitch the idea. You're playing a game of Pong, and the 2 players compete to win the game of Pong. Like wow.
I come to cleanse this land.
Do you ping pong as
That
well?
wasn't how that
Ding
game was
dong.
made. It was more like I think it was more a free time project, if I remember right, or something.
I
like that.
stand ready.
I don't remember at that like the early game development era. I don't really care about. It's like, but Kib, you do indie. You're making an indie game. It's like, yeah, but I don't really like knowing that information does not help me.
Point the way.
Like I can know
What is
trivia
it?
facts about Pac-Man. Like
I
they were
smell
sitting
magic
around
in
at a
the air.
pizzeria trying to come up with an
quick,
idea for a
human.
character, and the guy took a piece of pizza out of the fucking pizza, and was like, "Hey guys, I got it." And he's like, looked at the pizza. And was
Wow,
like,
Mark, you're a genius.
It's like it's pizza. Look, it's a mouth, and like, oh my god.
Waka waka waka.
Pac-Man was inspired by pizza,
Pizza man.
pretty much.
I smell magic in the air.
League of Legends has lore. They all have lore. I find it all cringe
I stand ready.
because it's very contrived, and it doesn't really
Yes, my
matter. Because the lore is like this
my aim
haphazardly
as
put
you
together
wish.
trash tier
What is
fanfic.
it?
It's like this character is like he's like his name is like Frank, and he's like a little teddy bear dude, and there's teddy bear people, but it's like super dark because he was like in Vietnam, and it was like herka durka durka. And does any of this shit matter? No.
What ails you?
Does this reflect on any way on anything? No, it doesn't really do a single thing to the gameplay or the game's narrative. Because the thing about MOBAs is they have no narrative. They have no like there's nothing to them.
What ails you?
They have about as
As
much
you wish.
narrative as a Call of Duty
my
conflict
friend.
does. Spetsnaz fighting U.S. Special Forces for
Reasons.
insert contrived reason here, and they're doing team deathmatch.
Because players need a reason to shoot each other or something. Because you can't just be like, hey, we're playing a game.
I mean, you kind of are. It's like skins. They give you a little bit of flavor. Like, oh, you're playing as the insurgents and insurgency, and or you're playing as the order dudes. Like it's just a cosmetic layer. It's all right to have that, but what annoys me is the thing is like when they're like my deep lore. It's like I don't care. Like you don't have deep lore. Your lore is shallow. It's empty and soulless. Like if you make a movie out of it, I don't want to watch it. Like the only reason why I watched the WarCraft movies is I was genuinely curious if they would make something of interest. I was disappointed, but you know whatever. I will give them one thing though. The CGI orcs were rather impressive. The human designs were the worst part of that movie though. The human armor specifically. Oh my god.
Human armor is beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about.
If I ever watched the movie again, it would be to look at the CGI orcs because I was impressed with how good they looked. They looked Warcrafty. Didn't they?
Under attack.
I don't know, I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't?
No, why would I?
Yeah, I'm not
I'm not
gonna
interested in
buy
that piece of
movie.
garbage. By the way, that attack went horribly.
Our allies' hero has fallen.
If you need to borrow troops from the mainland, feel free.
I mean,
Our allies'
a bit late for that.
I know, but to defend the base.
I come to cleanse this land.
I mean, if you want to come and kill the Dreadlord, feel free.
Is my aid required? Of course. Right away.
Where's your friggin'
Our
boat?
allies' town is under
I'll send them over here.
What
I'm gonna leave
ails you?
some troops to defend. Alright. Those
I'm
guys
not sure if
said,
they'll be attacking at this
Is
point.
someone injured? As you wish.
here, take those, go.
Be quick.
Send the air units there. They're running over. Under your control, yeah, babe.
I come to
Our
cleanse
ally
this
is
land.
under attack.
This mana. Yes, my friend.
If you think so, I'll move
Right
another
away.
group and I'll micro them over there. Or take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Do you think does attacking them
ails
break
you?
them from their
Of course.
I'm on the job.
horde or wave
I
script?
come to cleanse this land.
It's possible.
We'll find out.
Because if they can't load the units onto the transports,
Is someone
Well.
injured?
it's going to be hard for
From
them
your
to actually
service.
send the units on the transports.
As you wish.
Yeah. See, that's what I thought, Victor, too. Like, the orcs in the movie, like,
Right
the
away.
CGI in the orcs was spectacularly done.
As you
Like,
wish.
they actually really did a fantastic job of capturing the orc look. It's just, they should have made the entire movie CGI. They're attacking.
Yeah, now they're sending the
You're
clover
in
out
my
in a
calculations.
really weird wave.
An elf would have thought of something better. You want me to do what?
We'll see if I can...
An elf would have thought of
The
something
towers
better.
might stop them, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm trying to send units over. They had been slowed for a time.
You want me to do what?
If you don't spend all the gold on towers, that'd be kind of useful.
Cancel the tower bit.
You want me to do what?
The thing is, that base isn't even important. The only thing it has is the keep.
That's true.
Job done.
Also a few farms.
If you don't know anything about Warcraft lore, it probably wasn't half bad. If you know anything about Warcraft lore and you watch that movie, you're like, oh my god, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Which is funny because they marketed it to people as if it was like, it's going to be pretty accurate to like the video game. It's like, really? And then you get it and it's like, oh no, it's accurate to World of Warcraft. And you're like, no.
Except it's not.
And even then it's not, yeah.
It's not in any way, shape, or form accurate.
It's more based off of WoW than it is Warcraft 3, though.
It's not based off anything Warcraft, though. That's the thing.
Oh,
Like, it has the races. It has like some locations,
character names.
character names, story. No, not in any way, shape, or form. The story is just completely retconned.
Job's done.
Like, it's set in the same setting, and that's about the only similarity.
They absolutely botched it. It was kind of almost impressive in that regard.
I'm waiting.
Okay. What I think we're going to do is I'm going to upgrade the base over here.
Robert Marks asks, wouldn't a video game movie work if it was just set in a game universe rather than trying to make a movie out of a game storyline? It would probably be better, yes. One example of movies...
So what they did with the Warcraft movie.
Not quite. It's based on the beginning of Warcraft 1, if I remember right.
Except it's nothing similar to Warcraft 1.
I know, but that's what it is. So I was going to give an example of one. The Dead Space movie. The Dead Space movie is relatively cheap in terms of like its actual production quality.
Job's done.
But the first Dead Space movie and the second one, we'll start with the first one, is I'd say a pretty good movie adaptation for a game. Because instead of actually adding like, or basically aiming to be part of the main game storyline, we're under attack here, bub.
I know.
I don't build units here because I'm afraid Bub won't need. I don't have no towers, Beeb.
Fine, just let the base fall.
Okay. But it basically was it Aftermath or something? It explains the like what happens to the USG Ishimura as well as what happens to the colony on Aegis 7 or whatever it's called. And it actually does a decent job of explaining what happens and setting up an interesting way. There is one problem though. They didn't have the same voice actors for the game as they did for the movie. Play certain characters, which kind of throws off, like the Doctor. I think the Captain are off. I think the Captain in the anime is better than the Captain in the video game, if I remember right.
I stand ready.
I don't know if they could afford him. I don't know. By and large, though, it added more to the experience. I actually watched after I played the first game, and it made me a little bit more interested. The second one had some interesting ideas, but wasn't. It was actually kind of neat. They tried doing like multiple different anime artists, which they do that whenever they do perspective movies, Bubs. It was like the synopsis is it's the aftermath of the first game, but send a team to go investigate what happened, right? And it's told from the story. The story is told from the different perspectives of the different characters, but each different character that's telling the story and through their perspective is telling it through their lenses, and so it changes art style. So you have one art style, then you have another art style, and like what happens with that is when they do stuff like that, it's like very clearly you're like, I like that one, and then you see the other one, and you're like, and now you're just like,
I don't like that one so much.
Yeah, and that's the problem with that. The next big problem the movie had is when it wasn't talking about previous events through the flashbacks, it used CG, 3D,
Ugh.
and so the distortion of jumping 2D to 3D, it's mired with a lot of artistic problems actually. So I don't really remember much about the movie because it's hard for me to follow it because I was annoyed by the inconsistencies in the art direction. Versus the first movie stayed relatively samey, had an anime-like art style, but it used CG backdrops to probably cut down on costs, which I understand. But some of them are pretty. Some of them are very cheap, like the Biolab one, or when then the not the Biolab, but then like the farm room in the Ishimura where they grow stuff, you know.
Hydroponics.
Hydroponics. That CG was particularly bad in that room. But yes, I'd say the Dead Space movies, and I watched Dante's Inferno movie. That was actually not too bad either. That was decent. Like, those are companion movies. I think those were all done by EA. Those weren't too bad. Those weren't too bad. They went well with the game. So I give those ones more or less a good idea. Because it's like, okay, instead of basing it off of, like, the main character, none of those games are related at all to the main character. They're actually related to some of the side characters in the game. I think that's better. They don't follow the main line. I think that's better. Like, if you're gonna make a movie about a video game, don't make it about the main character. The Doom movie is hilarious. It's bad though. It's bad.
God help me.
This base looks awful, Bubs.
It's actually awful. It's the fucking Dreadlord. It's level 7.
What do you
And they
need?
keep shitting out units.
Should I build another town hall in the bottom left, Bubs?
I need units with punch. We have none. Like all most punch units we have are archers. Fucking archers. And they are abominations.
This is a grind. Honestly, it's missions like this that make me just wish we played it on easy. Because, like, I swear to God, the modders change.
Yeah, no, this one is way overtuned. It was never anywhere near this.
Like, this is just grindy as fuck. And even
Like,
then,
I stuffed to a high upkeep.
Yes, I'm already on it. You want me to do what?
I smell magic.
But that didn't do dick. Now Kel'Thas died again.
I don't think we can recover from this.
Ridiculous.
Now the WarCraft trilogy would be a more human or at 4 times speed, meh.
Town is under siege.
Very confusing. The movie has 1 minute of goodness and another 5 minutes as the credits roll. That's all the FPS cam parts. Yeah, no, the Doom movie has like 1 minute where they actually like go to FPS mode and like it's super FPS like the game. And it's like, hey, this is kind of decent. And that's it. The rest of it's just pure garbage.
Town is under siege.
But it's kind of funny. Like, the bathroom scene was hilarious. I laughed so hard. The scene with the fucking guy, the wheelchair dude that turns into a zombie thing from Doom 3 somehow. That was funny.
Our allies' town is under siege.
So, how you doing?
Well, everything died. That attack just got nowhere. Managed to destroy like 2 of the towers, and that was about it, I think. Because they have so many units, they have actually good units, and they have a fucking level 7 hero. I don't know why they have a level 7 hero.
I think we're gonna have to restart Bubs.
Possible.
Job's done.
I'll have it up in no time.
So now they're sitting here just waiting for gold.
Like I was gonna start getting gold on the left, but I'm gonna stop building because I think they're just gonna fly over here
yeah,
and
they're
kill
gonna
them.
attack it.
I'm waiting.
Like I might have
No,
him
no, no,
run
not like that. Let me do it.
into the corner and see if they just sort of ignore him, but I doubt it.
Our allies' town is under
Good night,
siege.
Jimmy. Take care, Jimbo. Do the Jimbo.
I agree, Christopher Brown. Mod is that just
I'll have
increase
it
the
up in no
difficulty of
time.
co-op missions. Like, oh, we made a co-op thing. We're gonna increase the difficulty because fuck you. It's like, yeah, it's much fun.
stand ready.
Yeah,
Our
no, the
allies' town
StarCraft
is
one is
under siege.
abysmal.
Oh god, that one's so bad.
Like, StarCraft campaign is actually kind of fun, even the first one. Yeah, it's aged and dated, but doing that cooperatively could be actually a lot of fun. But for whatever reason, the modders do not understand game balance, and
Our
because
allies' town
they...
is under siege.
because of a small minority who are like, oh yes, I really like that super try-hardy sweaty mode where it's like you have to be precise and everything, like that just makes it perfect. No, that kind of level design will lose you 90% of the
Our
player
allies'
base.
town is under siege.
You'll retain the 10% of sweaty tryhards who will complete it, and the other 90% will have quit and uninstalled and gone to play something better.
Yep.
There's a reason why games
Something
are
that
designed
isn't
like
made
that.
for fucking Koreans.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah.
Our allies' town is under siege.
So, reason why the hard difficulty is considered to be hard and not normal.
The flows of magic are whimsical today.
Greek boy, I hope he wrote better this time. Said before the good WarCraft trilogy. Before that, a good
Allies'
WarCraft
town is
trilogy
under
would be
siege.
the X and WarCraft 3 story of Illidan and sum up until the fight of Ice Crown ending with Arthas and Illidan. I don't think it would be, though. Like, I don't think it would be good to do a movie trilogy, period.
Our allies' town is
wouldn't
under
be.
siege.
Like, the thing with writing for a game and writing for... Okay, so... When doing Legends of Terrestria, before I actually picked Bubbles and stuff onto the team and got more people onto the team, when I'm doing it by myself, I was exploring the options of like what I would do if like a game didn't pan out like it. What if I wanted to make it a comic? What if I wanted to make it a book, which even required less like external resources and more internal? And it basically boiled down to like me studying a lot more about like writing for different things. When you write for a video game, the writing is very different. Warcraft 3, the writing, they don't need to tell you about what the characters was like, what the battle was like, and what the environment looked like. The graphics and the gameplay do all that for you. If you're making a comic, you don't really need to do too much descriptors with the characters beyond like personality wise, because well, the art kind of conveys that for you. If you're doing a book, you have to write differently because you have to describe the characters in detail and, you know, what they look like and to various degrees and things like that. Like, how you write changes drastically. And Warcraft 3 was written with the idea that it was a video game. So to change it from one media to another is rather... They didn't even attack. I'm, like, sitting here staring at this guy autistically, like, ready to move him.
Don't worry about it, Kyle. Yeah, she's going to sit there and not attack us at this point.
I think it's broken.
Gonna
You know
sit
what?
there being like,
That's
fuck
fine.
you.
I come to cleanse this land.
I'm on the job.
Weird. But yeah, when you change mediums, like, that's bad. Like, for example, the Dead Space anime was not a video game, which is why it works well as a little anime with multiple characters.
Oh, here they are.
Under attack.
Looks like they are going to attack Bib.
Yep. With 2 waves at once. Nice.
Well, fuck.
I fucking love the balancing in this mod sometimes.
I felt like the other guys was slightly better than this.
And yeah, even that was some.
It had its problems, but the Archon one just feels absurd at times.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Like, it makes me want to do the rest of this mod or map up these maps on easy. The balance is just. This balance is awful.
Like, the scripting is even broken because it's just throwing 2 waves of attacks simultaneously, which is not supposed to do. Like, you don't have the units to deal with this. That's why we lost all the Naga to begin with.
Our ally is under attack.
Like, do they even have a gold mine?
Our allies'
No.
town is under
They're
siege.
getting free units. Like, they're just popping.
Yeah,
around.
no, all this stuff is free. They have no economy. No point.
No point bothering, indeed.
The scripting on this map in particular seems to be broken. It's because it's not that bad if they only attack, like, if they actually attack the way they should be, which is 1 at a time. Then we get to keep our Naga and shit.
No, Greek boy. It is that hard. It isn't easy. To take a book and make it into a movie is a very complicated process. And there's a reason why it's never done well. Even Lord of the Rings, the movies.
Rarely.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
never, rarely.
Lord of the Rings movies adaptations of the books are good, but as like in terms of accuracy, are abysmal.
They're good action flicks, and that's what I'll give them. They're good action flicks based on the universe presented in the books. That is all. So, a real adaptation, they're pretty terrible.
Greetings, Prince Gale. I bring word from Grand Marshal Garithos.
The book Arthas is a fun book, but it's a bad book. It's bad because of what it does in retcons to Arthas' story. Instead of like in Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, where Arthas' soul and Ner'zhul's merge to become a new entity, Arthas' book basically retcons it to be, well, that none of that should happen.
I said something elusive.
Basically, Arthas' Deus Ex Machina fucking beheaded Ner'zhul, who is a far more powerful entity than him, because he was, like Kel'Thas says, he felt edgy. Yeah, this book suffers from some tremendous issues.
Like bad writing.
Robin Perkins says a book is written to be read, and if you change anything, the fans will be upset. It doesn't matter if you need to change it to make a decent movie. That's true. Even the Lord of the Rings movie, which is actually a good movie and I enjoy it, is... I like it. I like it. Is it the books? No. Bubbles probably remembers the books more than I do. I read them a long time ago. I remember reading them when I was younger, and I remember going like, "This is nothing like the movies," because I watched the movies first, and then I read the books.
Like particularly the Battle for Helm's Deep and the Battle for Minas Tirith are very different.
Like the whole in the movies, they lose every section of Minas Tirith. Like, they only got in the courtyard in the book, if I remember right. And they never got
they
past
just breached the gate. They cannot even take the courtyard.
Yep.
In fact, when the Rohirrim arrive, the forces from Dol Amroth sally out from the gate. Which, by the way, would have made for a far better cinematic shot than most shots in the movie would have made.
Yeah, it would have been better had they stuck to the book more. But the thing is, translating a book into a movie is difficult. A book can be long and drawn out because you have the advantage of it being written and it can be taken at leisure. A movie has to be constructed within a certain hourly time frame. Like, the original theatrical cut for Lord of the Rings suffered badly, in my opinion. Like, the original...
It's still structured better as a movie than the extended cuts.
It's structured better, but the extended cuts are better stories narratively, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because the extended cuts add in the
I
missing
stand.
context components needed to add better narrative structure.
I
As a
come
movie
to
structure,
cleanse
Bubbles
this
absolutely
land.
right. Like, the theatrical cuts make for better movie structure, but the extended cuts have a far better narrative structure. And while I'm personally biased towards narrative, because I'm pro-narrative, and
I stand.
I couldn't really give a shit about like theatrical, because if a movie's like 5 hours long, I don't really mind. Like, I would enjoy it, but you have to make movies with the intention of being released to the masses. And the masses, well, they only like to sit there for maybe 2 hours. And when you start going over the 2 hour mark, that's when things get a little dicey. Because, you know, you gotta take a leak. I'm not building too much because I'm gonna let you build the first group of soldiers. Let me know when you're done, so then I'll build the defense army.
Feel free to build right now.
Okay.
Just remember,
Never
Naga.
mind.
Prince Kale, they've taken over our outlying
I just want a
bases.
couple of
We're
priests
completely
with the
surrounded.
Naga, and that's
Those
it.
bases are
Hey.
lost.
Then I'm just gonna go on a rampage and purge everything.
Good.
Prince Kale. We've come to join your fight
But speaking from the hate of Harry Potter
Greetings, Lady Vash.
got from its book
I would
fans
welcome
up
your
until
aid
the last
gladly.
movie. I actually didn't mind the movies. Theatrically speaking, the first, second movie were good. I don't remember about the third.
The movies were not entirely, but for the most part, fairly faithful to the books.
Fairly, and they were pretty fun. Now, you get purists all the time. Again, that's the problem. When you make it to a movie, to a book, there's always going to be somebody who's not happy because you gotta, for theatrical sake, it has to be changed to adapt to the new medium. Like, it's just kind of how it goes. That's like if, for example, if we wanted to change Legends of Terrestria to an anime. Like, let's say we finish the game and then it has to become an anime. Things are going to change drastically. There's going to be less combat in the anime than there would be in the game because it's not a game. Game has to have gameplay content, like combat and stuff like that, you know? It changes things drastically. Like Warcraft missions. Warcraft missions, for example, are always based around combat. Like in the books and any of the book adaptations, there's, by comparison, barely any combat, and when it happens, the battles are actually relatively short, relegated to maybe, you know, a dozen pages or so. Maybe more, depending on how big and important it is. But even then, like, they're fairly short.
I come to cleanse this land. Yes, my friend.
Because they focus on different aspects and components.
Get on with it.
Get on with it, baby.
No, I want to get on with it. See, that's why everything should be a game. That way you can have as much combat as you want. Then people are going to be like, oh my god, more combat, please make it stop.
Yep, because if you're reading a book and it's like, oh, here we go. Another
Or you're going to be like Jade Emperor, it's like, oh my god,
I
more
come
combat,
to
make it
cleanse
stop. And
this
then you get to the
land.
dialogue,
On
it's
the
like, oh
job.
please, let me have combat again.
You just feel with mixed emotions. Like, some of the dialogue in Jade Empire, like, I will give it this, it's funny, it's hilarious.
The Blood Elves await.
It's not a testament to it having good dialogue. It's just how bad and poorly written the game is. And how desperately try-hardy they are to be like, this is our own
I come
IP.
to cleanse this
Because
land.
BioWare was like, they're like, oh, we made KOTOR. Alright, we're going to make our own IP. They made Jade Empire. It fell face flat. So then they tried again later with Dragon Age, which worked, and then Mass Effect, which also worked. And like, finally, we have breakout IPs.
Time is mana.
But Dragon Age was very much, from what I understand, pretty similar to D&D in terms of its development.
I smell magic in the
I
air.
stand.
Development is a very broad area. What exactly do you mean, Carl?
I don't remember, but I think they based some of like the gameplay design off D&D.
Something better. The
Some
Blood
of it,
Elves
yeah.
await.
I lost a priest already.
I
Funny.
stand ready.
Bibbos, no.
It's like a priest, but dead. That's okay, I still have two priests left.
More gold is required.
And unsurprising, game is being a bit more cooperative now.
No, not like that. Let me do it.
Can't imagine why that is.
Actually, we need more gold. So just gotta stop spending and stuff. Because I realized that we're gonna need gold to build up the southern expansion.
Interrupting my calculations.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we really, Carl?
Others are gonna run moments and die.
Are you full of
On
shit,
with
Carl?
it.
Bibbos, don't be a sassy bub.
I think you
I'll
might
have
be
it
full
up
of
in
shit,
no
Carl.
time.
Greek Boy asks, what is your opinion of the plans they have for the next 2 WarCraft movies? I hope they don't make them. Like, I hope they don't make them.
Yes, I'm already on
I
it.
hope Blizzard just dies,
want me
personally.
to-
I hope
What?
they go out of business, and I hope
Alpha
that's
thought
the
of
end of
something
it.
better.
Because
You
I
want me to
don't
do
think
what?
they have the skill nor competency to actually
How
do
did that
any
get
sort of justice. I hope
Yes,
to
yes,
God
I'm already on it.
we never see
Ally
it.
is
How
under
did
attack.
that get approved?
Be
They
quick.
have proven to
Time
be
is
pretty
mana.
inept when it comes to
I'll
storytelling.
handle it.
It's embarrassing.
You're interrupting my calculations.
Yeah, well, yes.
I feel like there would be some ridiculous woke pandering too. That's the best part.
There will be. It'll be
blood
probably pretty politicized, I'd
Leave it to
imagine.
me.
Not politicized, but pandering.
No, not like
They will
that.
pander.
Let me do it.
It's easy. It gets you
I'll have it up in
easy
no
boy
time.
points.
Our ally is under attack.
Glory to the blood elves.
It's entirely risk-free.
No, not like that. Let me do it.
God. I'm
Alpha
just
thought
looking
of
at how
something
Our
better.
ally is under attack.
effective on the
Do
pop
what?
cap the Naga units are.
I'm on the job.
It's like the Naga Myrmidons are just so good. And they
Yeah.
cost so little pop cap. Losing those just so bad in the beginning. Awful. What am I thinking at?
Just thinking. But yeah. Like, Blizzard can't make anything competent. Like,
You're
I'm not gonna play
interrupting my
World of
calculations.
Warcraft. Like,
Our ally is under
I played it
attack.
with BFA, I gave it a shot.
I'm on the job.
That was before they fucking like went super hardcore for the Chai comms, and even then I was like, eh.
Job's done.
Our ally is under attack.
I'm on the
like-
job.
I'll give them this thing. I'll give them this. But there is always like a, you know, something good. Not everything's purely awful.
Get on with
They've
it.
made the presentation
Watch
of WoW
and learn.
really flashy and really snazzy,
I'll
and
handle
it has a high level
the
polish
job.
I've never seen in an MMO.
Fucking hate the art style.
Easily done.
I'm talking about like just the sleekness
Watch
of the UI
and
stuff like
learn.
that.
Really.
The changes to the art style, I'm not particularly bothered by it. I am annoyed because it started to give up and forsake its cartoony stylism, like these faces, these ridiculous eyebrows and stuff like that, and this character portrait here and there.
And in place, it just starts looking like a
I
crappy
thirst for
mobile
magic.
game.
Easily done.
It starts to look Disneyfied art
So that's
style.
the stylism that a mobile game often has.
Yeah, I was actually going to lean towards the mobile games look like sort of Disney movies. Like they have that sort of soulless art style, which is actually what I was going to weasel my way into talking
quick.
about.
Time is mana.
But the art in the game looks
Watch and learn.
eh,
Our ally is under attack.
like
It
it
does.
lost its charm. It had charm and it's gone now.
I'll have it up in no time. How did that get approved?
Vanilla
What?
was very limited in what they could do. Vanilla didn't look all that good. Burning Crusade started looking a bit better. Like the good point was probably around Wrath and Kata in terms of the art style in the
I'll
game.
give them that. Like it still had that Warcraft stylism going on.
Very clever. Watch and learn. Is
The
someone
mobile
injured?
art started appearing in Mists of Pandaria, ironically.
I stand ready.
It's been a gradual change.
Goodbye, Greek boy.
Job's done.
Goodbye, Greco Becco.
George Grassa says gatekeeping kinda works, but the fandom doesn't get infiltrated, disrupted, subverted, replaced. Just saying, it actually doesn't work. When has it ever worked? Can you think of a place that has work bubbles?
I mean, in terms of fandoms, no.
I've never seen it work. I've never seen
Gatekeeping
prevent
is
a downfall.
something that works in companies, but that's part of the hiring process.
Mhm.
But in terms of fandoms, like,
You can't gatekeep a fandom. It just doesn't work.
you can't be like, you're not allowed to be a fan. You can't watch this. It's like, okay, how are you gonna stop
Our
people?
ally is under
Firstly,
attack.
that's kind of cringe to do that. Secondly, like Bubble said, you can't stop somebody from being part of a fandom. Now, there is something you can do. You can gatekeep companies. So it's like, okay. In terms of the writing
Our
team
ally
and
is
writing
under
staff,
attack.
who do I want on the team? I want people who think a certain way. I want people who have, like, the ability to think outside the box. That's why when I picked out Bubbles, because Bubbles is one of the few people who will say no to people. Like, believe it or not, it's very hard for people to say no to people. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. I should be building more guys.
Probably.
It's so distracted ranting that this wave is quite fucking massive. I think I might be able to defend off. Because, like, the buff stuff. Maybe. The maybe's getting more loose as time's going on here. Okay,
I
they
think
froze the
you might be getting a
buildings.
bit loose.
Bubbles return to Kib.
One more way, Kyle.
You're
I
interrupting
need
my
to move over
calculations.
there in
Our
order to
ally
get
is
there.
under attack.
Why aren't you building units, Kyle?
I'm distracted taking.
I stand by flows of magic and whimsical today.
No,
Gatekeeping isn't like you don't hire people who are incompetent at their job.
Glory to the Blood Elves.
Our ally is under attack.
Yes,
For example, well, how do we
I'll have it
gatekeep
up
in
in
our
no time.
project? Well, Sim,
No, not like
if
that.
I see an artist who applies like, hey, I'd like to work on your game, and then I look at their portfolio and I go like, no. No. Nope. You do not have the
Flows
art
of magic
required to
and
keep us
whimsical
apart.
today.
We hire animators. We have in the past. They're not bad animators. They just don't have the skill necessary to meet our levels and standards. Not that they're bad people. Not that they're, not talented artists. They just don't have.
I'll have it up
They're
in
not
no
able
time.
to provide the style of art. Because they can be talented, right?
Glory.
But they still need to have a certain skill. And that skill is the ability to mimic someone else's art style. This is actually a very, very, very important skill to have as an artist. And if you're an animator and you want to support animating, and like in
I
our
come
team,
to cleanse this land.
which is the problem we run into, a lot of them don't have that skill. They can't mimic. They're good animators, but they don't know how to make it look like Cashew did it. Because we have 2 lead artists in our team.
They need the ability to be flexible in terms of style.
Like Indio we brought on the team. He can't quite mimic Sal's style, but he's a supporting artist. So when Sal's designing characters, he helps with designs. Sal is still in charge of putting in the final assets, though. But like, for example, when we were working on a character, there was a certain cosmetic element of the character that was like, for example, let's just say a cloak, right?
Our ally
And-
is under attack.
Sal was having a hard time with it, and that's when Indio came in and helped him out that. Or we have other artists from other department, or not other department, concept art. Well, technically, Cashew will sometimes help. I remember when Sal tried to be like, well, I don't have to worry about detailing, because, Cash can't make detail work. And Cash like, don't worry, I can. He's like, oh no, it's you don't want to do detail. It's like, too bad, boy. Pixel art can be detailed.
It can
You're
be.
interrupting my calculations.
Can be extremely detailed,
I'll
in
have
fact.
it up in no time. Yes,
Have you seen the tree, chat? And the grass in our game?
Ally
Oh
is
my
under attack.
god. Frigging, the grass in our game is frigging
What is the
gorgeous.
resolution of that tree anyway?
I don't know. That tree is spectacular. We have a sort of like an olive tree. And it looks spectacular. The grass that Cash did, like the amount of work he put into the fucking grass is insane.
I stand ready.
Like, our grass is fucking awesome.
Our ally is under attack.
We have the best grass.
We do. Our environment's actually pretty good. Because originally we were leaning towards super stylistic, in the sense that it was very, what's the
I
word?
come to cleanse this
Oh
land.
god. I don't know if I built up
stand ready.
or I've gotten enough replacements since the last attack to really. Then notice I see fucking derpy little fucking douchebag boy here.
What I usually do is I just tell all the archers to focus on him. It gets rid of him, but by God, he tends to do a lot of damage before that happens.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage. He does way too much. I killed his little minion though in time. But I don't think I'll be killing him.
Our ally is under attack.
Jesus Christ.
Are you saying you need help?
Even nerfed, like, these waves are ridiculous.
I'm thinking you're saying you need help.
Yes. They are
All
ridiculous.
my way over there.
Like, they come so fast, I couldn't even, like, even with queued units, didn't even have time to rebuild them all.
I stand.
It's absurd, Bob. It's absurd.
Fire.
Is someone injured? As you
Our
wish.
ally is
Probably
under
sleeping.
attack.
That's why I can't move.
Yes, my friend. I
Get
stand
on the boat,
Get on with it.
losers.
I stand ready.
Jesus.
Oh my God, stop telling me you're unable to land. There's plenty of space.
If you click on the character, the Dreadlord, his inventory is filled with fat loot.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck the deal is with that.
Some sort of inside joke, I'm sure.
Most likely.
Done.
I thirst for magic.
Fuck.
I'll handle it.
Keep queuing, just keep queuing. What do? We queue. Queue.
Okay, I'll stay here for the next attack.
I smell magic in the air.
Oh,
I
boy.
stand ready.
Just sit here and wait for the next attack to come.
Glory to the Blood Elves.
Let's see, we're getting gargoyles and destroyers. And on the ground one, we're getting crypt fiends at least.
Robin Perkins says, if I recall correctly, I think
I
one of the
stand
more
ready.
popular fan fictions about Harry Potter is how the modern British government
I come
would
to cleanse this
realistically
land.
react to such horrible things and inconsistencies. Yeah, they probably would react rather negatively now, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
There'd be lots of
So,
investigations. to
where's
go
your
into.
child for like 8 months? It's like,
I stand
we don't know. So,
Suspicious.
that's a bit strange.
Our ally is under
Yeah,
attack.
there's a lot of things there. That's actually so an interesting thing if you're getting into writing.
My aid right away.
Now, fanfiction has a lot of negative connotations for good reason because
I stand
it is often cringy as fuck. But listen, there is an actual legitimate
you
argument as to why, as if you're trying to break into learning how to creatively write, why you should do them, why you should make a fanfiction, because you can utilize a pre-existing universe's rules, world, and magic systems or
I
whatever
stand ready.
to just get into the nitty-gritty of making characters and start writing a story.
Assuming you understand it, of course.
Well, that's assuming you understand it.
Of course.
But it's easier to start learning
Right
that
away.
way than it
I
is
am
to
not.
just, sit there and stare at a brick wall.
Glory
Now, I'm not saying
to
that
the
works for
Blood
everyone.
Elves.
Personally, it didn't work for me, but I know a lot of writers,
Is someone injured?
when I took creative writing, that actually preferred that
I
method,
am
and it
your
was a lot more
servant.
helpful for them. It can be super helpful for just getting a little bit of inspiration. And then as soon as you're ready, just start popping off and doing your own thing. Make your own rule set. When it came to me, I did that a different way. Instead of making like fan fiction, what I did is I actually just wrote down the rules. That's what I first did, and then I realized that I hated doing that, and so I just read them, and I was like, okay. Because I was like, what I first did is I wrote them down on like a notebook, and I made like little bulletin points on how things worked in each universe, like Star Wars and stuff, just based on like the movie or whatever media I consumed at the time, even though it's not
Be
technically
quick,
more accurate because it goes all over the place, right? Doesn't really matter. you just get an idea for like how did they make it, how did they create it. It doesn't hurt also to watch the making of or something like that, because you get a feeling for what it looks like behind the scenes when they're actually making stuff. So you
Not to mention, you also get an insight into the process in which they think, because people
I'm on the
process
job.
things differently.
No, 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 not like that. Let me do it.
they do.
Because you might think to start in that and that location, while someone else might start somewhere completely different.
And there's a huge benefit in deconstructing someone else's work, which is kind of what you do when you actually make fan fiction. Because in creative writing, I actually had to make fan fiction. I don't know what I ended up choosing it for, though. I think that's the part where I failed the assignment and then got an A on it because I was a fucking muck. I was a fucking spurge about it. Because like we had an assignment where we were supposed to like create our own sort of like little fan fiction, or you were allowed to create your own world or whatever. And that was the stipulation, but it had to be a story with a beginning, middle, and end. Well, I'm a little bit autistic, and so I made this thing called Starbinder. I have it somewhere. It's actually in a box.
The Blood
behind me.
Elves await.
And basically the entire thing is it's just a big giant like world building book, and there's no actual story in it. There's no, I got an
Don't
A
need
for
a
the
story
world
when you
building,
got world building.
but like technically
have it up
speaking,
in
I
no
failed
time.
the assignment.
You got an A and a
You want me to
talking
do
to.
what?
It's probably
I did
the
actually,
most correct thing.
because she was
I'm
like,
already on it.
okay,
Can't do this.
like
You did good, but you didn't do what you were told.
yeah, it's like you did
Our ally is
that.
under attack.
I always had a problem in class though, because I got yelled at all the time. Because I bring 2 notebooks to each class. One notebook for the class that was always empty, and the other notebook which was for the early versions of mixers and stuff that I was always working on. Because I would just ignore the teacher as he rambled on about some worthless crap about fucking how to do algebra. And I'm just like, you know, that's kind of useless information for me. I'd rather do something more
Job
precious and valuable with my time. Like something I want to do.
What is it?
Oh god, that did not help out in math class though. My grade was
really?
abysmally bad.
Is my aid required?
That's okay. I dealt with maths in a different way. At least in high school. I slept.
Nice.
I just slept in class.
I basically just kept failing. Or not failing, but getting D's. And basically like putting in the effort. Like staying after class to pretend like I cared.
The light, burn.
I'm like, oh, you know, I come in here for help, I just don't get it. It's like, okay, I'll just simply pass you. Good.
As you wish.
I just could not be fucked. I was a really arrogant child, though. To the point where I would be like,
Yes, my
what these teachers are telling me is irrelevant and not really worth my time. Because I was like, I was so self-obsessed.
That's a good mindset to have.
You know, it's not.
Is someone
I don't
injured?
recommend anybody. I was
I
so
am your
self-obsessed with like the idea of the thing I was working on that I'm like, these teachers don't understand
I stand
the
ready.
importance of what I'm doing.
Our ally is
And
under
that
attack.
this is more valuable to me and more useful to me than
Job's done.
anything they could possibly tell me. Unless it was a class I was interested in, then I had a completely different mindset.
Where must we
What
fly?
ails you?
Really just boiled down to what I cared about.
Our
and what I
ally
wanted
is
to do.
under
Magic in
attack.
the air.
Now, I wouldn't recommend people fucking follow that kind of behavior. That's actually bad. Because there are things that I
thirst for
should have
magic.
learned that would have made my life easier. That I had to learn in a more roundabout way because I chose not to
Is
learn them in
someone
school.
injured?
But
I
sometimes you
have
have
to
to
be a good
tism.
person.
Sometimes you have to tism down the path that you want, you know? Blind for fire has a fishy on fire. Blind for hire.
I smell magic in the air.
I lost the siren, Kyle.
You done goofed, Bubs.
The
Yes,
Thunder Lizard's hurt.
as you wish.
How you doing over there, Bub?
I'm wondering what chat's talking about the ATF.
That's true. I do wonder why they're talking about that. They go on tangents about things that are just silly. Sillier than
They
what
do.
we have tangents about, which is absurd when you think
I
about it.
come.
I just want to sleep, but that's me.
It's our job to be silly, Chen. It's not your
No,
job.
no,
You're
no,
taking.
not like that.
I'm gonna
Let
have
me
to
do it.
put you down, champ.
You're interrupting my calculations.
Bubbles, you're interrupting my calculations.
I'll have it up in no time.
You just said you bad at algebra anyway.
You're
An elf would have thought
interrupting
of
my...
something better. How did that get
I was like, God damn
An
it.
elf
He's
would
got
have thought
it.
of
Shouldn't have
something
said that.
better.
Sometimes you tell Bubs
Alright,
and
How
under
did that get
attack.
approved? Yes, yes.
No,
I'm
no.
Now
already
this
on
thing
it.
called a memory.
An elf would have thought of something better. Yes, yes, I'm already on it. You want me to do what?
Is my aid required?
The Dragonhawk riders can be useful if you use them right. You can use them to lock down the Frostworms.
Job's done. Job's done.
Yep.
Wind's got
Here's the bib.
Our ally is under attack.
Now to kill trolls.
What was one of the most important learning experiences I think I've had working on Legend of Terrestrial? It was when we made the map.
sky.
It was when we made the map, Bubbles.
Oh my god, the fucking map.
That fucking map
At least it's thorough.
has over
No,
a
no, no, not
1,000
like that.
fucking layers.
Let
It's
me do
over
it.
a
Our ally is
gigabyte
under
in
attack.
size.
1,000 layers, Carl.
Is it 1,000 layers? It's fucking close.
I'll have it up in no time.
1,000 layers,
I
Carl.
remember we pressed like a layer button. It's like 800 something. Is the last thing I remember.
Job's done.
I'm pretty sure it's up
Job's
to
done.
1,000. I'll open it one later. No, wait, no, it won't load. That's right. It'll crash my computer. It'll crash.
An elf would have thought of something better.
Can I open it even? Don't have Adobe CC. I think I can open it with Clip Studio actually.
Can Clip Studio handle it?
Can my computer handle it? I've got 64 gigabytes of RAM, a decent processor, and a solid state.
You're interrupting my calculations.
It'll load within like 20 minutes.
You want me to
I'd
do
say.
what?
Okay, if you say so.
It is a bloated file, though. That friggin' map, we made everything. We made everything. There are map modes that I consider useless, and I have in a subfolder, I think, on one of the newer versions of it, that are useless. Like the folder for when I was like, oh, let me just try making the infrastructure for the map. And after spending like hours and hours and hours and hours on it, I just realized I couldn't actually make it. Because I need to know the locales of every single city. I need to know the lowlands, the
Upgrade
highlands, and the
complete.
rivers, and the forests,
Upgrade
and the
complete.
valleys, and all that shit. And that's the one thing that we don't
Upgrade
have.
complete.
The things that we do have,
Upgrade
we have a
complete.
forestry map, a
Upgrade
fucking mountain
complete.
map, a river map, a lake
Upgrade
map.
complete. Upgrade complete.
We have a
Upgrade
tectonic
complete.
plate map, an air current map, a water current map. We have the temperature zone map. We have
It's
ethnic
all-
group map, culture map, religion map,
Sort of useful information.
geographical borders, internal borders. Then we have the more autistic version, which is in a subfolder where it's timeline map. And the timeline map changes both the geographical border as well as the internal
Our
structure
ally is
border
under attack.
per era. Owie. Now, a lot of that stuff is very old. Very old. Do you have a sewage map? Fortunately, we don't.
No sewer maps. Sewers are gay and boring.
No, we need to have a sewage level. Every game has a
That
sewage
requires a
level.
map, though.
Every game has a sewage level.
How did
A
that
level
get
requires a map, Cal.
It does. It's not a global map. Blind for hires, like quoting elves. You are an elf. Your new name is Blind of Elf. Blind for elves. Yes. Elves for hire. Prostitution.
Well, yeah, elves.
You're saying, oh man.
Our ally is under
Oh
attack.
man, that's what we're made for and stuff.
That's what we're made for. and
What ails you?
stuff. Nice.
Be quick. Time is mana. Is someone injured?
Pew, 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 pew. It does.
Is my aid required?
Our ally is
Of
under
course.
attack.
Let's see if we can
I
bait
am your
that thing
servant.
down here.
Right away. What ails you? Is someone injured?
Attack back up.
My priest died.
It happens,
Our
folks.
ally is under attack.
Oh, I Wait, there's the Dreadlord. I wasn't paying attention. Shoot him.
Yeah, that's the reason I attack now. I was like, Dreadlord just left. Time to attack!
Our ally is under attack.
Is someone injured?
No, Siren, don't die.
Be gone, spawn of darkness. What is it?
Our ally is under attack.
You doing okay over there, Carl?
Dispel magic is the thing, he says. Look, I'm trying to read chat here. More important stuff are happening. More important. We may have lost a few guys because of chat, and we'll blame chat for it. Like Brian E.
Our ally
Tootin,
is under attack.
Blind for Elves, and yeah, Robin. Well, not Robin. And Robert. Robert and Robin. You know, when I look at their names, I'm so thankful Robin got a profile picture. I can actually distinguish Robin from Robert.
Oh, good for you, Carl.
I don't know why, but I always
can't.
kept like thinking they were synonymous. I was like, Robin, Robert, Robin, Robert. Just like, Perkins, Marks.
Basically the same thing, Carl.
They are the brothers. And then there's Christopher Brown. You guys really need to get profile pics for YouTube chat, because YouTube chat, it's kind of hard to figure out. Which
It
one's
really
which.
helps. Unless you're particularly unique.
Because I want to point out that on my screen, Robert is orange, and so is Christopher Brown. Granted, Christopher Brown's orange has more red in it, but it's still orange. Well, I will say you went all out with your world building to even go into geology and whatnot. The only reason for that is I wanted to explain, like, okay, if there's earthquakes that happen, they have to happen for a reason, you know.
And we also have to limit ourselves because of putting them in certain places. Why are you spamming arcane towers, Carl?
Wait, what? Hey?
Okay, sure. Why not, Carl?
Why did I spam arcane towers?
Yes?
Yeah.
They're
Question.
bad.
Are they, though?
I come to cleanse this
Kinda.
land. Job's done.
See, what I like about arcane towers, Bubs, is they shoot little balls of light. And that looks pretty,
Yes, my
okay?
friend.
No?
Looks kind of nice, you know?
Because that looks pretty okay.
What ails you?
Obviously not.
That's not an argument, says Bubs. But Bubs,
No, 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 not like that.
it is.
Look at this. Look at how ineffective this is.
It looks pretty. Look at the flashy lights.
You could have had
Pew,
a
pew,
couple
pew.
of them here and there with mostly guard towers. No. Had to do it like this.
Look at how shiny it is, Chet. Ignore him.
I come to cleanse this land.
Kyle, that level of attention sounds kind of miserable. What, into the world
I
map?
stand ready.
Actually, I
Is someone injured?
kind of
Fly,
enjoyed
of
it,
course.
is the thing.
Yes, my friend.
It made writing
Is
easier.
someone injured?
The map has been one of the most useful tools I think
smell
we ever
magic in
made
the air.
for writing the story. I use it
Glory to the blood elves.
frequently.
On your mark.
And I actually have zero regrets spending as much time as we did on that Bubbles. Like, that tool has been essential when it
I'm
comes
on
to
the
things.
job.
That's been pretty useful.
Regions, locales, the Agorial Plains, the River of Osos,
stand ready.
friggin' Forest of Ilos, like, I wouldn't remember all that stuff without that map.
Ew, Blind for Hearts talking about Reforged. Blech.
They deal
Why you
extra
do that?
damage to summoned units. It's more shiny than shiny with Reforged, especially with Gloomon.
I stand ready.
Blind for Hire, you're hurting me. Stop.
Glory
Stop
to the
it.
blood elves.
Ouchies. My organs
And
are
arcane towers are nice,
I'll have it up in
but
no
you don't
time.
want to have just arcane towers.
fine. We'll mix it up a little bit. Only a little, though.
Want me to do what?
I want
They're
you-
good against summon units and casters, but they don't do a whole lot of just raw damage. So against
Be quick, human.
non-casters and non-summoned units, they're not particularly good.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to wait for them to send the Dreadlord over to you so you can play with him.
I don't want to play with him.
I don't care.
Job's done.
Is it
Cody
okay?
Davis donated $5 to say DFSI, Department of Vital Statistics and Information, sounds like a bad guy. Secret police that masquerades as a record-keeping agency. Need
I
ideas
stand
for
ready.
story. Oh, you're making this. Okay, I was like, what? Department of Vital Statistics and Information. Sounds like a
smell
bad guy.
magic in the
Secret
air.
police that masquerades
done.
as a record-keeping agency. Need ideas for story.
I stand ready.
See, that's remarkably vague. And you don't need to donate for asking more. So instead of, like, just at the bickering bunch, and then just explain
Butch.
more.
Glory
Bickering
to the
bunch.
Blood Elves.
Praise be the bickering butch.
Shush, Bubs. Shush you. Build cannons.
You're the
instead.
butch now, pal.
I don't want to
Magic
build
in the
cannons.
air.
Cannons do splash damage. To me.
Cannons do splash damage, which is nice, but they also don't shoot the air units.
Yeah, I want to be able to shoot air units. That's what I'm thinking.
They all have their purpose. Cannons are great against blobs of hordes on the ground. Arcane are good against summoned units and casters. Guard are just... They shoot arrows. They're a reliable tower. They'll do alright at everything. They're not gonna win any prizes, but...
Upgrade complete.
Robert Mark says
They'll
profile
do
picture.
alright.
Good, yay. You made me do this. Good. Now if you're on the Discord server,
That
get a
good
profile
boy.
picture too. Oh, they're coming for Kib now. Oh, she.
The Blood
Yep,
Elves.
that's why I'm
await.
attacking them.
You're interrupting my calculations.
I swear to God, he sounds like
I'll have it
Tyler.
up in no time.
Like that's our lead programmer for our game.
Yes, my friend.
Yeah, you're interrupting
Right
my
away.
calculations. You're interrupting my programming. Freaking nerd. Okay, where is he? There he is. Shoot him. Kill him. Kill him now.
Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down!
Be gone, spawn of darkness.
Be gone, spawn of darkness.
Our ally is under attack.
Very clever.
Cordier says it's an agency that keeps records like birth and death certificates, but also monitors the populace, disappears people, and hunts mages.
Our ally is under attack.
Okay then.
See, when coming up with writing ideas, like instead of giving you an idea, maybe we should help you come up with how to come up with ideas. When you want an antagonist, it depends on what kind of antagonist you want.
Our ally
Because
is
that's
under
what sounds like a
attack.
bad guy, secret police. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for like an antagonist? Because I'm kind of confused. Like, what specifically? Like, are you trying to come up with like a bad character or like an organization with a bad goal? It also does spy shit. I mean, again, what's the goal?
Our
Like
ally
what is
under
it doing?
attack.
When I think of things like, oh god, I can't fucking say that because it's about a character in our game. Let me think of an analogy. Let's talk about Emperor Palpatine, okay? Emperor Palpatine, why did he want the Jedi Order to go away? Like, think
Our
about it
ally
like
is
that.
under attack.
What was his goal? And then what was the goal of his new order? Why did he want to rule the galaxy? You know? Why did he want to kill all the Jedi? Why did he want to make a galactic empire? Why did he want to build a Death Star? What was the reason behind it? What was the purpose? I think it's more world building for his nations. Well, he says the main villain is going to be an agent that hunts the protagonist. Okay, but why is he hunting the protagonist? What did the protagonist do? And maybe
Also, the Department of Vital Statistics and Information doesn't sound like a particularly intimidating villain.
generally when it comes,
It sounds like a
Is my aid required?
Department of
Of
Government, which
Where must
it's
we fly?
not generally what you think of when you think big bad villain.
Be quick.
like even if it's a secret organization, give it a name that's memorable and a name that sticks, and a name that encapsulates it.
You have my
You know what
thanks,
you
lady.
want it to
This
feel.
victory would not have been possible without your aid, though I fear I may have doomed myself by accepting it.
The human you serve trusts no race but his own. His sense of honor runs no deeper than his tolerance.
It is loyalty and duty that bind me to him, and to this failing alliance. But now those tenets seem as distant as our ruined homeland. All I know is that my brethren and I hunger for something more.
Then perhaps, young Kale, it is time to find a new path to power and glory.
I can't explain it exactly, but ever since our homeland was destroyed, my brethren and I have felt empty, almost drained of our spirit. There is a
Cody
hunger
Davis says he's hunting them
hardened
because
our
they are
hearts.
mages and
I
it's
know
supposed
this
to be
hunger
innocuous, since the
Like
public
us,
doesn't know what
your
it really
people are
is.
addicted to magic.
See, when it comes to
Flowing
getting
through your
writing
veins for over
advice and stuff like
10,000
that,
years.
like,
And now,
I don't
with
know how
the
to
corruption
help
of your
you in
land
that
and the
regard.
Sunwell that
Like,
empowered you,
I don't
We've
know
been cut off from our power,
what
from our
you
birthright.
need.
Without a new source of magic,
That makes sense, Bubbles?
my people will surely die.
there are other founts of power in this world, Kale.
It helps to have a bit more information.
For instance,
You could try to think of a less
Desperate.
alphabet soupy name and more of like a
still,
Prince Kale.
sort of
Grand Marshal
catchy
Garethos
term like something like the Feds or Templars or
Damn. Bosh, you
Cops.
best leave.
something
Not
more
guarantee
along
your
those
people's
lines.
safety.
Not necessarily like the Department of such and such and such.
Yeah. I mean, that's one bit of advice, but when it comes to, like, I don't know. Like, when I think of stories and stuff and complexity and shit like that,
Forget
the only thing
about
I can
that.
think of is the stuff I'm working on, or
So,
something I like.
You've
WarCraft
shown your
or
true
something.
colors at last. I knew you were in league with those serpents. Now I have all the proof I need to execute every traitorous one of you.
Please, my lord, spare my men.
Gareth,
It
this
my
is a good boy.
Save your breath. I never trusted you, vain-glorious elves. It was a mistake to accept you into the Alliance in the first
My God.
place.
What was it, Bubs?
Now, at long last, you'll be
Gareth is good, man.
Take them
He should be
away.
promoted.
I don't know how I can be promoted any higher than he is.
Oh, King. Or something.
King of not much left. I'm wanting something kind of an SS-ish style. Careful is all I'm gonna say about that. Because you're falling down the trope path. It's very tropey. Like, when it comes to pop culture and things like that, like, you need to break out. See, I hate saying that because it's like, saying that's like, it's me telling you, like, you can't do that design thing. Like, I'm not saying that. You can do it still, but, like, be creative how you do it. Because the Nazi trope, like the generic, like, we was Nazi bad guys, like comic villains, like, it's
Said in
kind of...
style, it didn't say they were Nazis.
I know, but the SS style. It's the same thing, though. Like, it's a style that's been done many times, and you can do it in unique ways, but I don't know.
Are you sure it's not Gestapo you're looking for rather than SS?
If it means Gestapo, that's also very different.
Because a lot of the time when people say SS, they really mean the Gestapo.
That's also true.
Mhm.
Because the thing when it comes to writing, like, I'm still having a hard time coming up with, like, what does he mean by advice bubbles? What specifically is the hold up here? In terms of, like, what he's looking for.
No, he wanted ideas.
Just right.
And I think he's looking for ideas for a name for the department that's hunting them, so...
Okay, that's what it is. Okay, because I'm like, I don't really knew. Like, okay, so it's a department. Is it a shadow part of the government? Is it sanctioned by the authorities? Like, or is it like some sort of like shadow branch where it's just a bunch of people operating under the hood that are operating illegally, right? So if it's not with the government, then maybe it should have some secretive, like, evil.
Sounds like it is part of the government, but it's not public knowledge.
Yep. So the government's aware of it and is funding and operating it. So it can have a cover name, but even then, like, they don't normally, do they?
See,
Like secret
you have like a
agents are aware of it.
face name, a public name, and then you have like a internal code name, for instance.
Yes. Like, here's one thing to avoid. Nobody will, like, if you're part of a secret agency or a secret organization, you're not going to wear bands or sigils or logos. You are not going to have any of that. There won't be any of that. There's not going to be, like, what's that one shitty thing Marvel did? Oh, fuck, what's it called? It's trash. It's like, you cut up one
So
head.
the MCU.
Yeah, no, the whole...
Are you talking about Hydra?
Hydra, yeah. So Hydra's dumb. Why? Because they have their logo everywhere on things. They put their logo on shit all the time. Like, evil organizations that are supposedly secretive plaster their logo all over the place so that the good guy knows it's them. It's like, look it, we just plastered our logo on our base. It's like, why would you do that? Like, you know who you are. Why are you plastering your friggin' like logo to broadcast the world where you are hiding? Why would you tattoo
So the viewers
Hydra on
can
you?
easily tell they're the bad guys.
It's like, I tattooed the Hydra on me. I also wear a Hydra necklace and I have a Hydra badge on my shirt. And I also say Hydra stuff all the time. And we have catchy phrases that we use, like Sieg Hydra or some shit like that. The government keeps mages in ghettos and reservations and bleeds them because their protagonists are foreign soldiers caught behind enemy lines.
How about you don't skip like a line there?
Did I skip a line?
Yes.
Blood has power in industry. The protagonists, oh yeah, are foreign soldiers caught behind enemy lines. See, the thing is, like, your magic system, I don't know it. I don't understand it. So that, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to. Because you're talking about the organization's name, aren't you? So what's the organization called? So what's the government? Is it Slavic in origin? It's gonna have like sort of maybe some sort of Slavic thing. I don't know. I don't specialize in making too many specials.
Bureaucratic government will of course have a more bureaucratic name.
Yep.
But again, you're likely to have some sort of at least internal code name for whatever they're doing. Well, something a bit less bureaucratic might just have potentially a more intimidating name depending on what angle they're going with. Or a more innocuous name. That doesn't necessarily sound quite as bureaucratic.
Yeah.
For instance, the US is very bureaucratic in its names. The alphabet soup is a perfect example of that.
The FBI, Federal Bureau of Intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
The CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. The
The
ATF.
NSA, the ATF.
Mhm.
I actually need to look up a list of... Actually, let's see how much of alphabet soup.
Also, when it comes to coming up with ideas and designs, I know you've been posting them fairly often in here, but generally, try to avoid committee design. Like, for example, when we work on the game, we generally have, like, stuff where it's like, for example, I'll take the lead because I'm the lead writer, so I'll be like, okay, I'll write a bunch of stuff, and then I'll send it to Bubbles, and Bubbles will look at it and go like, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense, this is dumb, what if we did this instead? And so it's like, okay, you know, you have a sort of process of elimination because you have team members. But be careful with when you have too many people help you, because when you start talking about it publicly, you're going to get more people trying to help you, and instead of actually getting help, you're just going to end up making this convoluted mess. That doesn't make sense and is just an absolute disaster when it's all done. This is actually something I learned when I was like, okay, you know, I was trying those like little writing like things where we were working on creative writing while just streaming it. One of the things I learned is actually avoiding the committee design problem, where I witnessed firsthand when I let chat starting to decide every little micro detail, where things started to get over designed. And then so I started to streamline it by just having like votes, like, okay, it should this, and I'm totally okay with them picking that because I already planned for that. Like, I pre-planned for everything. You just got to vote for it instead. That was way better than friggin' what it was before.
But brainstorming is also important. You need to have people you can bounce ideas off of.
Yes, you should not be.
So, talking about your ideas even before you put them down on paper is good.
It is good. Also, be careful who you talk to, because people will steal your ideas. That's something I want to point out real quickly. And the other thing is,
That's really more of a thing in the actual industry rather than random people on the internet, because most random people on the internet aren't going to start writing a book.
I'm not talking about random people on the internet. I'm talking about like other writers. Like, generally talk to people who you know and trust about it. When it comes to bouncing ideas, like, generally speaking, it's okay to post something to get feedback on it. That's a good idea. But try to have a good vision yourself before you ask for, like, critique from, like, a bunch of randoms. Like, if you have any, like, close friends, I sincerely urge you to poke at them, too, about it. Because a close friend might be able to tell you a lot better than anyone else could. It depends on the friend, too. I'm trash at naming things generally, but it is a heavy bureaucratic socialist nation that's very big brotherish. I mean, that helps. That information's a lot more helpful. So you could be like, okay, it's very bureaucratic, so maybe it's called the Order of the Seven Sons. I'm sorry, I'm just fucking being Chinese now. It's the bureaucracy of the heavens. Oh, God. But yeah, you can come with some more bureaucratic with, like, you know, the
See, if you're going with the socialist thing, then you want, like, you want to include, like, the communal aspect.
Yep.
That is for the people, it's for the greater good, etc., etc. That can give you some inspiration.
The People's Watchers or something. Like, that's not a good name, but that's an idea. It's like, it gets the feeling that it's like, we're for the people. We're just trying to help everybody. You know, we're the People's Army. We're
The People's Census Bureau.
Yeah, the People's Censor Bureau. We're just helping the people by censoring people that need to.
No, census, Kyle.
Oh, census. That works too. I was like, that's a little on the nose above the Censor Bureau. But you know, sometimes they're on the nose. Those are just a few ideas to name. By and large, there is no one right answer, by the way. Because at the end of the day, only you know what's going to really work in your story. Generally. It is good to be open right off the bat, though. Because some people will write, and they'll write in a closed box, and you sometimes need to bounce ideas off. Like, for example, before I got Bubbles on the team, I was writing in a closed box sort of situation, where I didn't have a lot of people to bounce ideas off. Tibbs is fairly busy with code, so he can only help out so much. That's when, you know, when Bubbles, you joined, that's when we finally addressed the technological issue, which was a big issue that I just simply overlooked because I got focused on other details. And then we dealt with that issue. We readdressed it, and all of a sudden Choo-Choo disappeared. Because there were choo-choos and stuff like that. And that didn't make sense. That didn't make sense at all.
Everything regressed to monkey.
Yes, we reverted back. Taking away technology and making them more monkey-like.
Back to monkey.
Yeah, they were literally terrestrian lore. They did return to friggin' monkey. Like, they got closer to monkey than they were before. Like, well, we're back to be monkeys.
No, the Alliance campaign is not over. I just don't want to do the next one because it's a stealth mission. It's not a stealth mission, but it's one of those you don't have a base missions.
Bubbles is fairly exhausted. This is probably not a bad... We can talk for a little bit. How about that, Bubbles? Let's make up for it.
To make up for the 2 to 4 hour streams.
We can talk for a little bit. Look, I don't mind chatting casually. Because the minute the stream ends, I'm gonna go crawl in bed and close my eyes.
Because you're a coward.
You're gonna do the same thing, though, Bubs.
No, I'm just gonna meander for like a while and then go to sleep.
I need to go to bed. immediately. And I need to get up and I need to go back to work. Finish what I started. My God.
Finish the fight.
What's Robin Perkins on? God damn it. Robert Marks and Robin Perkins intentionally picked similar looking oranges. I realized that the situation is only mildly helped because if I look at Robin Perkins, it's got like a little dot in the middle. It's got a little...
I mean, they're more distinguishable.
It's better than what it was. But now I think they're just basically the same person still. They must be related.
I mean, they're not the same person.
Yeah, they should kiss. Kissy kissy. We're at 3 hours, so it can go either way, says Robert.
Well, 3.5 hours actually.
And 3.5. 3 hours and 35 minutes and 20 seconds. We just passed it.
And another thing you can do if you want inspiration for names, look at what real world agencies have done. Look at various cultures.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh my God, I can't believe I completely missed saying that. One of the most important things you should do, Robert, is look at real life. The inspiration, the root inspiration for any art piece or any story is life itself. And one of the easiest ways to find inspiration for something is just look at the real world. That's honestly
But more importantly, diversify your research.
Yes. Don't just do one thing. For example,
It's like, if you have like a socialist thing, you don't just go like, okay, I'm just gonna go look at the USSR.
yeah, don't just
Go
have it
look
so-
at South America, and go look at North America, and go look at Asian, look at African thing.
Mhm.
They all have various ideas you can take into consideration.
inspiration from multiple regions to make your own thing. That was a problem we had with Astria. At first, it was too Roman. Then it was just Greek, and then it was Roman and Greek. And now it's in this place where I'm kind of happy, where it's its own little thing now. And I'm like, look, it's a little spurgy little thing now. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. You have to take inspiration from multiple sources, and then pick and choose, and then change. And you don't need to stick to those things either, by the way. So if it's like, Mediterranean cultures generally did X thing. I was like, yeah, but I think X thing's kind of stupid. I'm gonna have them do B. Do something else. Like sometimes you have to make executive calls, and those kinds of things will also help break it away. 'Cause you
Maybe these Mediterranean people like putting giant discs in the lips.
don't- Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Pretty much.
Or maybe this northern culture is actually communicating in a series of clicks and loops.
Things like that. It's important to try to break it up a little bit, because when people look at your nation, do you want the question is, what do you want them to think? Do you want them to think like this is just the Soviet Union, or do you want them to be like, it's the European Union? What do you want them to think when they see the nation you're making or the character you're making? And then try to think of it from their view. And if you're having difficulty with that, and I'd even recommend, even if you aren't having difficulty, you think, still show it to your friend or a close person you trust, or somebody. Just be like, what do you think? Or if it's something you're comfortable sharing publicly, feel free to post it and be like, hey guys, what do you think? Just remember, one thing to kind of caveat is try to keep the end part of the story, or what are the ending climax stuff and that kind of big reveal stuff. Try to keep that shit under wraps, even if you're not sure about it, because that's the kind of stuff that if you show it and it gets out too much for your story, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot. Other creators have done it, because when people know the ending, some people will just kind of they disconnect, they turn their brain off, they don't care anymore. Because a fair majority of people they're like, okay, well, what happens at the end? And they know the ending, and then they never watch the movie if they read about it. I know quite a few people in real life that will read something, and if they read something about how the movie ended and they think it's dumb, even if it was executed well and they're just jumping to conclusions, they won't watch it. They'll never watch it now.
Cody Davis says, I really want a good acronym that readers won't get tired of hearing. Or seeing, rather, I guess. one tip for that is to start with a vowel. Acronyms that start with a vowel are just softer.
Yep. Can you name any examples for him off the top of your head?
I mean, the ATF, for instance.
Let's go. Just wanted to make sure.
It's softer than the FDA.
It is. Also, just don't overuse it too. Like, don't say
like you want the thing to have a name, but also give them a nickname that the people in the universe will refer to them, so they don't refer to the ATF consistently as the ATF. Or perfect example would be the FBI. They're just people call them feds.
Yep. People give things names all the time, and more than just one, too. So don't be afraid to break it up, but don't get caught up making like a billion of these things and then forcing it on the audience like it's some sort of thing. Don't be cringy about it. It's hard to say like what's cringy about it, because Arch was telling me about this manga, and I looked at it, and they had this phrase, and they kept using this phrase, but it wasn't sticking. Like, it just kept like a wet noodle flopping around, and it's like every time they say it, you just kind of cringe. It's like all things fight for rights or something like that, and it's like, that's too long and that's dumb. That's too long. Like, for example, derogatory term for British soldier and the Revolution, lobsterback, you know, things like that. Like, you could even go make your own, be like a bootlegger or something like that. Just, you know, something not too long, but kind of short and sweet and snappy.
Like a crowd.
Yeah, crowd. Or like the Americans calling the Japanese in World War II Japs. Things like that.
Charlie.
Charlie. VC. Call them Charlies. Acronym off the NATO term Victor Charlie. Instead, just shortening it to Charlie. Look at history.
People really like nicknames for things.
They do.
Particularly when things are either a mouthful or they're just like dumb, like alphabet soupy things.
Yep.
Like, people will happily refer to the NSA as fuckers or something like that. Yep. Of course, the context is important in that case, but still.
EDF. The EDF is a meme.
EDF is great. It also starts with a vowel.
It does. I wonder if that was just coincidence or if they actually planned for that.
I doubt it. But it's one of those things you could try to take into consideration if it's something you're going to be seeing a lot.
I mean, they chant.
It's not vitally important, but it's like something to keep in mind.
Yep. And the important thing to remember is there's no like absolute way of doing something. It's okay to experiment a little bit, you know, if you're comfortable with it. Like, if you want to try experimenting, Cody, feel free to go like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox that nobody has suggested. Take a chance, take a risk, because sometimes when you do stuff like that, you'll find something exciting and new that'll break out. So don't always stick to the books in terms of like doctrine, because sometimes in order to break out of just being another like story or whatever, or just another book, and being something a little bit more special, is in taking a chance and a risk on something.
Wouldn't the IRS be another good example? It also has some nicknames, like leeches.
They do. They do have that. CVs are a good name. VCs, I mean. VCs, like for Viet Cong. Charlies, yeah, they call them Charlies. VC. They acronymed it because it was called they were called the Viet Cong NATO term was Victor Charlie plus VC, and VC because it's acronym. Viet Cong themselves didn't acronym themselves in VC in the English alphabet.
Why would they?
The English and American forces did. Well, it made more sense. Brian says, me's brain be slowing down. Dude, it's not just your
That's
brain.
alright.
Like, my brain is on the verge of shut down. We gotta fix our sleep schedule, Oops. I don't know what's happening anymore.
You probably need sleep at some point, but you should actually stay in bed and not wake up at like 5 in the morning or something.
Yeah, see, I woke up in the morning and I'm like, I have character ideas for Salah. And I wrote 5 characters. And I was like,
Except you should be like, I have character idea for Salah, but I'm gonna sleep anyway.
yeah.
That's what you should have done.
But if we slapped
Be like,
we would have gotten.
Better hope I remember them. Oh well.
Oh my god, you want me to take the Steven Spielberg, or not Steven Spielberg, Stephen King, fucking 2 different people. Stephen King approach?
No, I don't want you to take a whole load of cocaine and go to town.
I know, but his argumentation for why you shouldn't take notes on characters is dumb. I personally don't like it. He's like, if you have a good idea, you'll remember it. So don't write anything down. And I'm just like,
It's not entirely wrong either.
like that's
It's not entirely correct.
It's not entirely wrong, but that's also bad advice because, like, people will be like, oh, I have this really good idea, but you know what? If it's really good, I'll just remember it. Next day, they never remember it, and instead they come with a butchered version instead. It does not hurt to write it down. Even if you don't even look at your notes, which is me.
Depends on you.
Like, I'll write down notes for things, and sometimes I won't even look at them. Because I'm like, yeah, no, I remember everything. And then after I'm working on it, I'll look at it and be like, oh shit, I actually forgot something. Or I'll look at it and be like, God, that's actually cringe now. Because, like, one thing you should always remember is it's okay to sit on an idea for just a wee bit. Like, okay, Rhea, right? Is a character. I was like, I don't really know. It was originally just a single character. And then it was 3 characters. It was Rhea, Ian, Ezra. Because originally it was just 1. Because I was like, I don't know if just 1 character is interesting. I kind of want this character to bounce off and have a dynamic with other, characters that they've grown up with. And then I decided to make more. Because I was like, I'm not going to just commit. I'm just going to wait and see how the character chemistry feels. And I came up with the character ideas until I found something that sort of worked. Same thing, applies to whatever method works for you. If that helps you, awesome, do it. If that method gives you ideas, but you want to combine it with your own method, awesome, do it. Whatever it takes to get your fucking juice flowing, do it. I smoked too much weed as a teen to not write everything down, and then I lose the notebook I wrote down and anyway, but whatever, lol. I mean, some people say drugs help your writing. I don't know how I feel about that, because they say, like, Morrowind was written with drugs, and look at how great it is. And I look at Morrowind's lore and I go, like, this is trash. like, this is just a mess. Like, it's not even interesting. It's just dumb.
Drugs can get the creative juices flowing. It doesn't guarantee that what's going to come out is good, but something is probably going to come out.
I will say this much. It's unique, but I find it to be incredibly dumb. Like, Elder Scrolls is one of those IPs that I just personally look at in terms of its narrative and lore and go like, it's not interesting.
I mean, Stephen King has written like half his books on cocaine, and those are generally fairly well received.
They're well received, but it must be a matter of taste, because I just don't. Personally, when I looked at them, my dad's a big fan of some of his books, I should say. But like, when I looked at them after my dad recommended them to me, I thought they were just kind of boring. I don't like his stories. I don't like how he writes. But that's more of a matter of taste kind of question.
Mm-hmm.
Because, while I may personally not like them, they're really well written. It's just, again, matter of taste.
Yep.
I gave the drugs up a long time. It's probably for the best, honestly. Yeah, Cody Davis doesn't like King books either. Yeah. I don't know. This is just not for me.
And if you don't like them, that doesn't change the fact that they're well received. And a lot of people do like them.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually very picky when it comes to the books I read. And like the stories. Like when I read the synopsises for books, like if I see something in there, I'm like, no. And I move on to the next thing. It was like that one book I bought, Bubbles, that I told you about. And I was like, oh, it sounds so cool. It's like got like some space empire with like some cool dynastic intrigue going on, with some cool adventuring going on. And then I didn't buy it. I used, I think, an Audible credit. And then I listened to it and I was like, oh, the narration sucks. And I'm like, oh no, it's fucking Will Wheaton. He's narrating it. It was so bad.
That's the real downside of audiobooks. Sometimes you can run into people like Will Wheaton who narrate them and like, ugh.
Like, the problem with audiobooks is that it's the only thing I have time for when it comes to reading them. I don't have time for actually reading a book anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Because I wanted to reread the StarCraft books. But, like, one of the things that, in my opinion, is really bad is narrators. Like, there can be good narrators for certain books, but if you get the wrong narrator for the wrong book, or you get a bad narrator, a good book or a fantastic book immediately turns to ash in your mouth. It's just like, it's all poopy now. It's all, I don't want to read this. I don't want to listen to this. I want to delete this. Strange for me is I find I get a lot of inspiration when I'm in that sort of like sleepy zone. And then I come up with like a lot of ideas, and 90% of them are trash. But sometimes one of them is a gem, and I'm like, nice.
See, that's basically the drug approach as well.
That's probably where they get it. Like, I'll be laying there sleepy. That's why when I came with like characters and stuff. It was a good day. I had like 5 characters, but I was actually fairly awake though. I wasn't sleep deprived when I actually wrote them. But to be fair, I cheated because I didn't just come up with them then. I actually have been having ideas for all 5 of them. I just finally got around to having time to write them. So, I'd been mulling over it mentally for a while. It's not like it just
That does sound like cheating. I think you've been disqualified now, Cal.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that. I was like, I've been mulling over like these 5 for a while. Technically, there's more I want to do, and the thing is, for me now, I have so much time. No, I don't have time. But I have a lot of time while working to think about stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty.
You're not allowed to think, Cal. Control C, Control V.
Like, I'll write it down. So, yeah, no, it's Control C V. What do you mean? I have plenty of time to think when Control C V and then
Not allowed to, Cal.
typing in
Focus on your work.
desist into the subject, and then hitting send, and then Control C V. Control C V. I swear the Control and C and V keys on my keyboard are broken.
See, Carl, if you're smart, you get a keyboard and macro that.
Yeah, but what if I'm, like, it's the kind of thing where I'm kind of autistic about it, Bubs. Like, I want to physically do it. Yeah, I'm doing it millions of times a day, but, like, I have to make sure
You
it's
can
done
say with
right.
A button press if you macro Control C and Control V.
Yeah, but what if it messes up?
Then you just press it again.
What? Bubbles, come over here. Set it up. I'm kidding. Oh, maybe.
It's really just simple, like Control plus C, and it's a second button for Control plus V.
By the way, chat, I noticed a lot of you like enjoy chatting to each other. Join our Discord and continue your conversations not only in our Discord, but
You
can
might
also,
even be able to do that to your mouse, Carl.
you can also add each other as friends.
Yeah, but no one wants that. No one wants friends.
Because I noticed our chat, they always interact pretty well with each other, and you guys could be friends with each other and kiss and stuff. Like, I don't know about the last part.
You could also meet up in real life and have a big fat orgy.
I mean, that's on you, but I enjoy it. That's... You do you.
You could also fantasize about cheeks.
Bob sleeping somewhere.
Little plump peaches.
We did it. Alright, now it is. Are you talking about Astrian? I only hang out in the memes channel, says Torvern.
Oh no. Why?
Torvern, no. He's like, why? You don't understand. I'm just a potato. I'm just a pretty great potato. Oh no, potato boy Torvin, no. There's so many other channels.
Probably need to start banning people from the meme slums more often.
It's like, if they only post in the memes, they get put on a list. I feel super comfortable with Discord, especially because this is my legal name. Well, don't use your legal name on Discord. Change your name to Frank Phillips.
Or on YouTube.
You can also change your real name. Don't worry. If you do that,
Just change your real name.
I'll probably forget. I would recommend changing your names though. Not only that, just because reasons. Now, generally, not like nobody's gonna really care. But I definitely understand. Like personally, I keep my anonymity.
See, if you care about your anonymity, I would suggest not using your real name on YouTube to begin with. It's probably better to remove that first for anything else, in my opinion.
To Reeb. You're just Reeb now. Oh my god, you're both Robin and Robert, though. It'd be Reeb 1 and Reeb 2.
Yeah, Rib Rob and Rob Rib.
Oh my god, yes. That will literally be impossible to... Like, I will literally not be able to distinguish you two anymore. You'll basically be the same person to me. Like, Rib Rob and Rob Rib, like, I'll just look at it and be like, oh, fucking no. And you're both the same. I look at the prawn all the time, personally. I have no money to steal. Well, that's good. At least those channels get use. As long as our
I never look at the porn channels. I leave that to Smashing and Ketchup.
I look at the box of Squeakrits and the Neko exchange. I dare not click on the... Like, I wouldn't kill myself if I clicked on Squeaky Times. But if I click on Furry, Scaly, and Fuda, Gay, and Gay Squacks, I'd probably blow my brains out.
Yeah, they who knew that.
Almost, I don't like looking at that kind of stuff.
No, do I. But I'm not gonna fucking cry like a little bitch over it.
I mean, I'm gonna cry.
It's like, oh no, I saw a penis on the interwebs. Time to blow my brains out.
It's not just any ordinary penis. It's a gay penis. It's a,
Oh, sorry. I saw a drawn penis on the internet.
It's a gay.
Time for my
penis.
brain to become paint.
Listen to me, Bubbles. This is a pretty rational line of thinking here. Okay? You're just not big brain enough to understand. It's like,
Well, at least my brain isn't all over the wallpaper.
look, my brain can be on the ceiling, and it still won't undo the damage.
Yeah, Smashing does probably do a lot of gay shit. Smashing is the type to do gay shit.
I could see it. He probably posts on frickin' all three of the channels. I wouldn't even be surprised. See, now I'm curious. Now I want to just type in the search bar in those channels, smash it, and see how much he's actually participated. Yeah, I know he has. I know he is. You know what I should do to throw people for a loop? I should participate too. I'll go to Google and type in hentai, and I'll just copy and paste the image links into the thing, and then people are like, wow, Kibs is a real degen, but nice.
Search for the worst hentai ever.
Oh god, no, we don't allow vor on our channel or poopy.
Ah, no, yeah, no. Planet hentai, there you go.
Planet hentai. Oh god, no, the art style. Those faces, though, they look so like.
See, you think Guru and Vor is bad? No, try Planet hentai.
Have you?
No. But I can't imagine it being good because Planet was already terrible. It's painful to look at.
Yeah. The art
It's like, I think I'd probably rather look at Guru than Planet hentai. Jesus Christ.
Damn. Bryony says,
It looks so wrong.
Kibs is the cringe police, ugly bastard stuff. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Oh god, that's his thing. Yeah, we could post some really cringy fetish stuff in there. That'd be funny. See people wig out and be like, "Bleh," and be like, "Bleh." See, I accidentally looked in there not that long ago, and people were talking about netherware, which is cuck stuff, and I was like, ew. I don't even know why. Whatever. People get off to weird shit. Whatever gets your creative juice flowing, so to speak. Right, I think it's time to end the stream, though. Good night, chat. Say good night, Bubs.